Coming into the twilight hours of the Age of Ashes adventure, a journey that we've run for, I'm pretty sure, over 2 years at this point. There's a sizable gap in the middle there. It still counts. Even actual play time is
2 years.
like pretty close to that. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's always an event finishing an entire 6-book adventure path because they are a lot. And this is the first time I've done one that's 1 to 20. And the first time I've done one in 2nd edition. We started this, just for reference, we started this when it was the adventure path that 2nd edition had.
The only one.
It was the options were Age of Ashes or do Plaguestone again.
Yeah.
Please don't say that word out loud.
Plaguestone.
Again.
But here we are.
Peebly Jeeblies.
Here we are, level 20. Full power. Made our way into Alceda's Landing on a quest to slay a god or something very close to it to prevent an Age of Ashes from consuming all of the world and possibly all of the plane. We have begun to purge Dehawk's influence from this world between worlds, this intermediary realm of Alceda's Ring. We have cleansed one gate, Hunter's Gate, and then heading back over to the this disjointed way station of the now demolished Lotus Gate. We found a figure whose name we had heard several times before in passing, whose fate is inextricably linked with that of this ring. Candelarin, the father of teleportation. Roshin, take a bless, Mr. T 1976.
Ooh, thank you.
Where we get going here. And as we left off last week, I believe it was Valentina who had gotten Candelarin's attention. As he noticed, Rose smile on his face, turned to address and introduce himself. Welcome to Alceda's Landing. I'm Candelarin. I hope all here you find to your liking.
Wow. It really is him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I know so much about you. I've studied you in books. I've read everything you've... What? This is like my hero. He like invented teleportation.
Sorry, who are you again?
You stand now within the way station of Lotus Gate. Transient between the center of my Alceda's Ring project and our homeland of Kionin. My magical works and illusions hopefully have styled this place much to your liking. To feel as close to home as the trees of the forest themselves.
There's a lot of smoke and stuff happening inside of your house. What's the story behind that?
Greetings. Welcome to Alceda's Ring.
Yep, he's stuck on a loop.
I'm Candelarin. Hopefully everything here you will find to your liking.
Yes. It's just like Zai Whisperwind back inside Jewel Gateway Station.
It's a ghost.
She was doing the same sort of thing. I was worried about him becoming violent when you interrupted him, but it looks like it just got his attention.
Stand now in Lotus Gateway Station. And he continues the same thing again.
We did manage to get him out of the first bit. Does that mean we just have to keep fighting monsters to get him further along this path?
Well, it's possible as we purge Dehawk's influence over the Asuta's Ring that perhaps a bit of Candelarin's shade will be able to remember more.
It would make sense as a ghost that this would be his major tie back to the world. This could be his fetter, and his fetter's been poisoned by Dehawk. And once we clear...
Greetings.
Is he a
And
ghost?
welcome to Alceda's Ring.
Yeah.
Of course he's a ghost.
Yeah.
He's been here for millennia.
Him
You said he has a soul.
Oh, yeah, you have a soul too. That doesn't make you a ghost.
You can see that he has a soul. And you can detect the strong aura when you were searching before of necromantic energy.
It
which
makes
does,
sense that he is a ghost.
Like, it is not, while there is a lot of illusion magic layered up over Lotus Gate, it is not centralized over Candelarin here. This is not a recording. This is not an illusion. This is not like a simulacrum that is just meant to be a Walmart grader here. This, like, you can see this has a soul. This is as Candelarin as anything can be. And you do, the three of you, get a lot of the same energy as what you had experienced back exactly in Jewel Gate with Whisperwind.
I think if we keep killing Dahak's shades, I think we'll get him back.
Possibly. But for a soul to be trapped here for so long, maybe we should definitely take time to lay him to rest before we finish here.
Of course, but we want to cleanse him first. I don't want to send him off while his greatest accomplishment has been poisoned.
How does one send off a ghost?
Burial rites, acknowledging their grand works, it depends per ghost, or simply praying to the gods for guidance.
Not my area.
Not my area.
Somewhat my area.
Super useful that none of our Pharasmans are here today.
Right.
Oh, man, maybe that's
Would
not
in
a
fact notice that
coincidence.
as the Estus had been pulled away, as has happened so many times, again, there is no immediate replacement. There is no caldera that springs forth in his wake.
It must be a dual assignment. They need a lot of help.
Well, the
gate
space
is-
between worlds is strange here. Perhaps navigating it is a bit difficult for him.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe something's running interference.
Well, you could also think that perhaps Pharasma would have, perhaps extended their shifts a bit. Maybe they have a union or something. They have to actually be back and have breaks every now and then.
Or Kaladar got lost on the way here.
That's more likely.
You stand
He's
now
a
with
tracker, my friend.
And?
He stops mid-word, just kind of like staring into a void between a couple of his mouth literally still open, a syllable that he just paused on, just he's frozen.
Dip a finger in his mouth real quick and yank it out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's completely.
Just for bookkeeping purposes.
A way station located between my main project of Alcida's Ring and just continue.
We might as well heal up while we're here.
Did you just fugue out? I think we did that already because I don't have any damage on my sheet. And I definitely took damage.
I think we did.
We did that?
We threw through potions off stream after last one, I think is what we did. If
Yeah, I
anyone
think so.
still
Oh,
needs
that's
to
right, okay.
Grab them.
Yeah, I'm healed.
Because I definitely had damage on me.
Because
I got hit.
how many did you need? Because I don't think I took them off my
You
sheet.
threw me 2.
Thank you.
I was probably good for 2 because I do regenerate every turn.
Thank you.
Ouchies.
Right, well, perhaps we'd best get to it then.
To the next gate. Just Rasheen, lead the way.
Like if you
Like a bell you put on a pet.
Any great?
shuffle your way back out of Lotus Gate to Omereth, still standing stark near the connection. Question? I heard another voice.
Shade of Candelaran gained a little bit of sentience, but not enough to really have a good conversation with. Although it seems as though knocking down Dahak's influence might bring him a bit more to his senses, so perhaps some information that way.
A shade, an actual reflection of him, not an illusion or some kind of magical construct.
Very much so, he has a soul.
Certainly doesn't seem the case.
Looks like a ghost to me.
A further question. What kind of man would stake his very soul into his creation? Do you truly
I've known
believe
many
so
such
much
men
in
with such-
his ring?
It's his
Yes.
greatest accomplishment.
All you need is a great deal of obsession. Many men put their obsession and their souls into their projects, for good or for ill.
Many unwittingly, few by choice. It is rare, I find, that even human pride has such lofty heights.
It wouldn't be the first person to be trapped up and scooped away in Alceta's ring. We ran across another shade that was trapped in the way station to Jewel Gate. Had
Oh, that's
wasted
right.
away once the portals collapsed. Apparently she was caught in the way station. And not a terrible way to go. See to it, Omarath, that nothing bad happens to us, or you may be trapped here for quite some time, and your frame won't waste away into oblivion like others.
This gift, this hand you've extended me by bringing me here, Roisin, is the closest I've been to freedom in what feels like centuries. I'm sure it has not been quite so long, but I will not relinquish my grasp upon it easily.
Your skin looks great. You've got to tell me what your secret is.
On death.
I'm gonna say probably death. You did
I'll
mention
opt out of that
earlier.
one.
Very well.
Oh, it's over 3 years, mate. Terribly sorry about that.
It seems as though you've been making progress. Perhaps the wisest course of action is to simply continue.
I'd say so.
I'll continue my investigations here and see if there's anything further I can divine. But as for the rest of you, you seem to have taken care of yourselves quite well.
Not our first rodeo.
It was terrifying.
And see to it is not your last.
Better not be.
All right. What horrors that are unanticipated and would drive any sane person into insanity shall we face now?
Well, there was the hag coven behind this door last time. I wonder what's behind there this time.
A 50-foot hag?
Oh, goodness gracious. What an awful thought.
Oh, well, I guess, I don't know. What time of year is it? Are we near All Hallows? I don't think we are, but it's difficult to say. I've been busy. Huh. Okay.
Easy to lose track of time when you're in promise, I found. Although I was counting the days, to be perfectly honest.
Well, I'm sure you were.
So,
Carving them on her arm.
Dream Gates, the Desmond portal from Alcetta's Ring that had once led you out to the new nation of Ravenel near to Cypress Point, where you had encountered the Hag Coven, the very upsetty tree, and found a few strange tomes of esoteric knowledge, perhaps best left unpracticed.
We keep the yellow pages hidden well and far away from everyone.
But again, touching to its surface finds it near liquid, just like the one before. You're able to pass through with no difficulty and no weight, near no force stopping you. But you feel that heavy pull upon you as you step through, almost as if you were floating, as if you were underwater. The strange weight of the stone as you pass through and arrive into something, again, almost an echo of what you'd found on the far end of the portal once before. This opens into a wide grassland. Bright blue sky overhead, sun hanging high and barely a cloud to be seen. You can see and hear some ways off in the distance an infinite blue horizon of the ocean. But before you is a construction, a fortress. Its walls extending up as wooden palisades 30 feet high around a central stone keep of about double that height. In the front of the central tower, you see a sigil that has been emblazoned upon it in silver that looks almost like a relief of a horse head. There are a couple of scattered errant cypress trees growing nearby, but little else of interest. And this portal that you step from, standing alone and plain in this massive, rippling field.
It's a curious biovac.
Huh. What did you call it?
A biovac?
Is that like an animal?
No, it refers to the palisades. It's a way of... we build them in the forest sometimes when we don't have time for proper fortifications. Pilings into the ground, this wooden palisade around it.
Oh!
With the entire complex. But this is a sort of a strange one, because you have the keep, you have the tower, but then you've built it around three of the sides, allowing approach from this one. Normally you'd build a gap in the wall or a breach. You'd create a more circular courtyard, but this one sort of is almost... so you're trying to channel people to just come at it from one side.
So is this how you feel when Raz and I talk normally?
This is very interesting. Keep going.
It's a bit of it. Normally you'd build the wall around the entire place. You wouldn't just leave one side.
Chug down a mist form elixir while she's talking.
What elixir?
Mist form.
Oh, okay.
Becomes a little hazy, and you can see a bit of the grass through her as she steps.
You can see how I feel now listening to Roshin explain this.
Well, the translucency.
Well, I can see when I'm not being appreciated. So
I appreciate you.
Stomp, and go up to the door.
I see.
go
My
find out what's
appreciation's
Up in
enough.
front of this, there is a sizable but not massive double-doored wooden gate in the front of this fortress, set into the stone itself on this side of this central keep, revealed from the wooden palisades.
Try it.
And then as you just pushing on it,
Or pulling.
It has
which way does it
no-
look like it's going to open?
it's as a fortress gate, probably an Audi, but there is no
Gross.
there is no like apparent means of opening it from this side. There is nothing really to grab onto and pull it from, and like a quick cursory push would in fact reveal that it does not appear to be wanting to move that direction.
It's made out of wood, right?
Yes.
Okay. So she's going to take her sword out and focus on it, and it's going to shoot out into a stout, broad-headed war pick.
As you're readying this,
Why do we
your
never...
very voice call down from the battlements far up above. Ho there, travelers!
It is occupied.
You see a face looking down, leaning between two of the crenellations, with kind of blonde starting to gray, hair sort of loosely pulled back over their face. You can't make up a lot of distinct features given the height of the battlements above you, but they do appear to be wearing a bright, shining, almost silvered breastplate that you can see the top bit of where they lean over. Indeed, Fort Kintargo is standing proud atop these lands. Are you in need of aid?
No, we're the heroes of Breach Hill. We're direct cousins of the heroes of Kintargo.
I don't suppose there's any grand, terrible, fiery demons or monsters wandering about that need some purging. We've been hearing reports about such a thing.
If Fonsefa, thanks to the combined orders of the Order of the Torrent and the heroes of Kintargo, so cloaked in silver, such threat no longer lurks in the new nation of Ravenel. Have you not heard? Is this Breach Hill from far afield?
Yeah, sorry, we've been out of touch with our cousins for some time. They've done well for themselves, I hear.
Very much so. We owe them a great boon of thanks for our new freedom from the yoke of Cheliax.
Yeah, those guys are devils.
Devils indeed. Hold a moment. I'll come down.
Kind of you, thank you.
Roshin, why do you never try knocking first?
We should have been challenged on the way up to the front, especially with all the noise we were making. I'm surprised it took him so long to notice.
It's very high up there. His back was probably turned. He can't hear us.
He has a thing against being polite.
What a terrible watchtower if you don't even notice people having a conversation outside your door.
Well,
at least until I get ready to go and smash the door down.
Well, he's probably waiting for you to knock.
This doesn't make any sense. The heroes of Kintargo are a fairly recent phenomenon, only in the last 10 or 20 years. There's no way that this ancient gateway sealed away from time for millennia has knowledge of the heroes of Kintargo. Something strange is happening here.
I'm wondering about that myself. I'm wondering if the gates are more about our perception of events than about the gate's perception of events.
I'm sorry, whatever was inside Hunter's Gate, I had no perception of.
It makes no sense when you recall the last thing. I think they're just kind of ripples of time. That's it. It's nothing really hard to think about.
Oh, just ripples of time, is that all?
It's ripples of time.
Oh, it's just ripples of time. Well, in that case.
You hear a huge clunk of wood and the rattle of a heavy chain as the rightmost of these doors slowly starts to creak outward. And it doesn't move all the way. It just moves about enough for a person to walk comfortably and cleanly through before that same man emerges before you. And as he comes out, you can see clearly he's blinded in one eye. He's got a large amount of scarring over much of his face. He has clearly seen some intense battle in his life. But that does not remove, and in fact almost kind of enhances, the surprisingly warm smile that he has as he comes out. Surprisingly, he bears no weapons save for a small arming sword on his hip. He is stepping right out into the group of you. Plainly exposed, not calling through anything in the door. He emerges out and extends a hand out to her. I'll be the closest.
Take it, shake it.
Sir Ryson, at your service.
Sir, pleased to meet you. Roshin, my friends, Resme, Valentina, Raz.
Baroness.
Baroness, of course.
Baroness of Breach Hill.
No, of Cypress Point, actually. Recently awarded.
Cypress Point. These places must be, you must have journeyed far. I'm unfamiliar with either of these names.
Very far.
There is also a curse we've encountered recently that makes people unaware of current events. Could you just tell us what year it is in your mind?
What year is it in Galarian? What are we at? We're
At the moment?
47.
Notes.
4720?
Hang on, at the moment.
Let's account for the fact that we started this several years ago. Is it 4720?
It's 4720.
Okay,
that was 4720 was the year that we started.
Yeah, so it's probably 4721 for you guys, because I would say probably between
year
like
has passed,
our
yeah.
months of skip between book 6 and everything. I was trying to remember exactly what it was when we started. So it'd be 4721 for you guys right now.
Right.
Look, the yellow scrolly words at the beginning forgot to tell me.
4659. I'm sorry. These are strange situations and a very much developing climate indeed. Please, you may step inside if you wish.
Very kind of you, thank you.
Thanks.
Fort Kintargo for now serves as little more than an outpost to shelter travelers passing through the region, those who have been displaced by its warfare and the actions of Cheliax attempting to make their last grasps upon the land. Barzilai did not lose gracefully. And as you all come in, he steps in after you and does not bother. You see this massive mechanism beside the door with this heavy chain pulley system, surely, that pulls this huge door open and shut. He doesn't bother going through the effort of shutting it while the group of you walk into this relatively small... the fort doesn't even have really a proper entryway. This single gate seems to lead directly into the bulk of the fort itself. There is no secondary portcullis. There is nothing, but you're in there.
Is there a back door that leads out into the courtyard?
Well, it's not like one room.
Okay.
So you can see several doors leading off to other sections of the fortress, which is about probably like 80 feet across. So like it's sectioned out a bit.
Okay.
But this is clearly like a main hall and not like a secondary chamber. There's no additional portcullis before you're into anything. There's no checkpoint.
Are you the only garrison here, sir?
At the moment, a few of my fellows have gone for supplies. We're still, unfortunately, organizing supply chains here. So there's much to be done.
Can we help?
Can you help? Please. I am here to offer hospitality to those who need it here, who need a sheltered place to rest from rain or just simply days of ferry travel. There is no need. Zyoda will have things organized before much time has passed.
I'm sure it'll blossom out into quite a nice society. You might say I can almost guarantee it. But one thing I wouldn't mind, actually, we've been walking through these trees for quite a great deal. I would love to be able to get to the top of your tower and get a vantage of the countryside.
A common request, Miss Rasheen? Of course. Please. And he would head over to a doorway that led to just a spiraling stone staircase in one of the front corners aside this main hall, and would, with absolutely no reservations, lead the group of you up to this vantage point at the top of the 60-foot tower, with an absolute commanding view of the landscape that two of you were not till later, that you've been
I've been through Kintargo.
Yeah, the three of you would vaguely recognize as the environs around Kintargo. It looks massively different without a city here and huge walls. But this is almost certainly the future site of the capital of Ravenel. And for Miss Valentina and everyone else who was not here, that is the city that we had explored long ago in Chapter 3.
The entire city of Ravenel is new?
Or Kintargo.
The entire city of Kintargo is new?
60 years old,
Kintargo,
apparently.
yes.
Wow.
Many of the other cities and citadels, well, it's... would Roshin know?
Not
Is
at
the
all.
question. Then, I don't know.
Okay.
Raz.
Because it's kind of an interesting story there.
Yeah, Roshi has no... she's untrained in society. She comes from the other side of the inner
Raz would
sea.
certainly know that given this guy told you it was only like 50, 60 years ago, Kintargo should definitely be here. This is not a city they built from the ground up. This is a city they liberated from Cheliax. There is, in fact, when you were in Kintargo, there are still clearly massive signs, like there's the Temple of Asmodeus is obviously still there. There should be a city here. You should probably be able to see Cypress Point from here. But strangely enough, it is barren.
Huh. Alternate timeline.
Or just the gates being weird. It is a teleportation magic and it is weird.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense. I'm just
I
gonna.
love how you can be so satisfied with just that explanation, Raz.
Well, what else do you want me to say?
It's
magic.
just weird. Don't worry about it. Let me tell you about the intricacies of the Dragon Plague.
Well, that's something that happened in our time. This is a gate between dimensions. This is literally just a sub-dimension between two big dimensions that an evil god is trapped in.
Right, but we're carving that out bit by bit.
Did you travel through the night? Well, forgive me saying, seem as though you could perhaps use rest.
Well, considering you're just a figment of our imagination, I'm not really sure it matters one way or the other, but it's very nice of you to be concerned.
He's not a figment. He's very much so a thing.
You just said he was a figment.
I imagine your travels have been long and strange indeed. Perhaps to be the stories of bards someday. Maybe in this very land.
That's the story of me.
Huh.
And Roshin is gonna just seek all around that tower. Like you can this vantage point. There's got to be something here that's a little odd.
Power.
I mean, first off, everything here is odd. We'll start with that. But I mean, like
There was a city here.
there was a city here
Be
actually.
very, very quiet. We're hunting.
Looking around, maybe a perception check.
Heroism's probably worn off, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fine. I heroic right now.
So
You're only heroic when you.
I could always do it with the power of good rolling.
True that.
That's a 16 on a die. That's going to go to a 44.
Solves most problems.
Yeah.
Looking around the bastion here, the bivouac, you don't. It's odd. Like, I guess Roshin doesn't need to know the history to be certain that the castles like what you saw in Katarga were not built in the last 50 or 60 years. I mean, that much is obvious to you. This doesn't make the slightest amount of sense to you. This is certainly the landscape of Kintargo. He has given you a year where Kintargo should exist. Maybe it was the year around when the city was newly liberated, but how this aligns, how this meshes with Dahak's influence or what this portal may have, you don't see anything that makes any amount of sense to why there is this tiny little seed of the city of Kintargo standing in a field.
Right. Yeah. None of this makes any sense here. I was hoping to come up here and find something that was perhaps out of place or something I could investigate or some sort of thing there, but no, it's everything.
seeking-
Nothing actually makes any sense
You
over
are
here.
seeking something.
We are indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, how to put it? So this entirety area, there should be a city here. The city of Kintargo. The capital of Ravenel. Is that not, in fact, what the capital of Ravenel is, as far as you know? It's possible we were given bad directions.
Perhaps someday, a great and mighty nation will rise from our actions that have taken place over the last weeks and months of our campaign here.
What is your
But
campaign?
he reaches out, he puts a hand, just kind of claps a hand on your pauldron, your shoulder, Roshin. But for now, it's little more than a seed revolution.
What campaign?
A campaign led by the heroes of Kintargo, those who sought to escape the yoke of Cheliax, that saw the weakness of House Thrune, that their influence could only extend so far and retain its strength.
But
So, new theory. This landscape is how the elves remember it back when they first built the gates, and then something happened to put a seed of Kintargo here as well. That would make way more sense because, sir, what's his name? Camilaran?
Yeah.
He built that entire way station to represent something. Each way station looks like something. So this could just be an image created by the elves of the surrounding land, because they would clearly know what it would look like before Kintargo was even built. They've
I
been
can
here
show you
forever.
this is how the land looked as we fought for it.
Does he have a soul? Is he a person?
He does not.
Yeah, he's an illusion. 100%. He's not real. Well, he's real as in the sense of he can touch things, right? And it's kind of...
Plus, real as any we have sheltered here in the past week.
right, exactly, that's real.
Wait, how many people have you sheltered here in the past week?
Not many. Mostly we have been helping with those who sought to flee further from the new Chelish borders. We push them back further every day, but for now, for many, they have decided it's safer for their families in northern Nadal than it is resting here as we establish things.
Oh yes, of course. Everything is safer in a doll.
Oh. Should we move on to the next? I don't see anything here.
There's no immediate threat here. Does anyone need actual rest before we face, I don't know, another giant skeleton?
We don't have the time. The ritual that's keeping us here within this gate is only good for a few hours.
Okay.
Otherwise, if we could go and take our time cleaning this place out, it'd be spectacular.
Do you want me to blow up a wall?
No.
I
A
very
moment.
much prefer that you didn't.
Yeah, a moment, please.
Take all the time you need. You will find me back in Cement Hall.
I'll just walk down the stairs and just kind of scan the place. Like, not like search or anything, just kind of poke ahead inside the rooms, look around, and then, assuming I don't find anything out of place, which it sounds like I won't, finish outside and just look up at the sigil, the silver sigil over the gateway.
Silver Sigil is similar to one that you would have seen in Cantargo, that you would certainly have seen upon its main castle. If it is not the icon of the Hell Knight Order of the Torrent, it is an older the current one anyway. It may be an older version of it or variant.
Detect
While
magic.
Roisin is searching through the keep, I'm just going to exit the keep and just walk in a straight line until I hit a wall. There's got to be a wall somewhere.
It's walking away from the fort to go look.
I can't catch him.
You're detecting your magic around here, and you don't detect anything. Really, this is
so odd.
The gate wasn't marble when we went through it, right? It was
not.
it was a granite.
Gray slate. This is just.
Raz, maybe not. Maybe come back.
It's got rat stuff to do.
What the?
Well, he can't get that far.
I'll go run after him so that he's not by
Please don't
himself.
leave him alone.
I can catch him in like 2 strides.
I won't get lost.
No, but you're squishy.
You are a bit.
All right. Maybe
So yeah,
it's.
I'm off by Raz. I catch up with him.
I'm gonna start looking at all the bushes. Maybe the enemies are in the bushes.
There's some cypress trees and some scrub around, but it's not thick. I mean, you could hide. It's not a forest. It's a plain with some very small little clusters of growth. It's scattered and sparse. If something was hiding in there, it'd be doing a really good job of it, and it couldn't be that big.
What do you think, Raz? Should we just consider ourselves lucky that this place has already been cleaned out somehow?
Is the gate around that we walked through?
The portal is still there. It's still just standing. Some maybe 80 feet out from the front of the small.
We're on the
outpost.
back side of it, right? Does the back side of it also look like a portal? Can we see it from the back side?
You came out facing this.
The fort, right. So if Raz and I are where we are.
Oh yeah, you
back at
can
it,
see the back
we
end
can
of it.
still
So
see
yeah,
it?
it
Okay.
is just still a freestanding.
I'm gonna
slab.
send Severin up. And up and see if we can pull a Truman Show. Maybe he'll hit a ceiling and there'll be like a little guy up there.
Is this what Severin is for now? You just run him into stuff to blow up. That's just like he's.
I don't think there's any enemies. Nothing's on fire.
I don't see anything that's dangerous. It's just the sky.
You would all see is a single figure of a bird, this falcon flying up overhead, pretty high up in the sky, pretty large amount of distance, flying a fairly large circle, not seeming to hit or contact anything. Just flying through the sky as if it were anywhere else. I love the confusion.
I don't know how this works, Raz, but I kind of want to just say like, we got lucky and go to the next gate.
Well, that's what I want to say, but Resume's stuck on this one. When Resume's stuck on something, she's stuck on something. You can get her off until she's satisfied or bored, which happens very soon, actually. She gets bored very easily.
You have her outnumbered, so let's just see what we can do.
All right, let's go back.
Well, I could try to light something on fire. That's worked before.
Or we could just go to the next gate and see if we need to come back here. But as Roisin mentioned, we do have a limited amount of time. If there's no immediate threat, maybe we should go find the immediate threats.
To be fair, every threat we've run into, there has been fire. So,
Well, just a moment then. One more. And she's going to take her phylactery and kind of clasp it in her hands and focus in on it. And she's going to consider options, sort of threads of possible actions spreading out from her, examining the area, going in a specific direction, assaulting the tower, trying to knock it over, uprooting bushes, or just leaving, right?
Right.
And then she's going to focus on one, which is just going to be leaving. Just consider just leave it here, never come back. And she's going to use the augury spell that's inside her phylactery once a day. And to get a wheel, a woe, or nothing, or a lie to me, maybe.
Will or lie to me.
Yeah,
Oh,
will or lie to me. On just leaving this place and just not coming back.
It's our favorite game show. Will
As
blow
you
or lie to me.
Focus in on that and pull out the magic of this phylactery. You get a sense of wheel.
Yes, I suppose so. Let's, I can't sense any calamity here, and certainly I'm drawn to it far enough. Perhaps we're simply fine here.
All right. I'm fine with leaving. It's boring.
Raz is right.
I'm always right.
About this time, Raz and Valentina would rejoin the pair of you here in front of the
Valentina
fortress.
just picks me up and just runs.
All right. Well, back through the gate. This was kind of anticlimactic.
Well, at least it was rather pleasant distraction.
Count the blessings. I doubt that we'll be this lucky for all of the gates.
Goodbye, sir. Enjoy
Bye.
your solitary vigil over the
Goodbye,
woods.
Mr. Illusion. Have fun.
Walk back to the gate.
Within the fortress, you hear nothing immediately. You step
As
back
we
through.
walk towards the gate.
Explosions in hellfire! No.
There it is.
You,
The keeps a mimic.
you step back through the gates and back into Ulcida's Landing once more to see Umreth standing outside of it, head cocked to one side. Question: what happened?
Not a darn thing.
Well, we saw the area surrounding Cantargo before Cantargo was there in Cantargo, so...
But not in the right time. Like, it was Cantargo when Cantargo should have been there, but
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Yeah, the area surrounding Cantargo when Cantargo should be when Cantargo wasn't there, yes.
But there didn't seem to be anything in particular, like, to be purged or no Dahak's influence at all, honestly.
The stone changed near the instant the group of you passed through. He points, and the Dreamgate panel is now also white near marble.
Oh, that was easy.
Hunter's Gate event.
Huh.
You did it, Mr. Rasheen.
All
You're
we
a
had to
hero.
do was stare at it and it started working correctly. That makes perfect sense to
No,
me.
all you had to do was be polite to someone and not punch them in the face, and the gate is rewarding you.
Or I thought there was blood and still inside and it just triggered.
A thought. You have had many journeys on your way here, Rasheen, have you not? They have involved
Quite a few.
near, if not all, of the gates present within Ulcida's Landing.
Just so.
This Cantargo you speak of, this is a city, a castle?
Indeed, capital of a country. Fairly new one by your standards, or perhaps not, honestly. I'm not entirely sure on what point you went and gallivanted off to Carcosa.
The question, do you know much of its history?
Not at all.
I know a lot of its history.
Are you explaining?
Yes.
You can explain a decent amount of it, and Omereth would listen, his face kind of unchanging, occasional small nods. In theory, perhaps this influence of Dahak within the ring is not quite as strong as we have feared. If there was a crusade, if this Order of the Torrent and these heroes of Cantargo had already purged a great evil from the lands immediately surrounding this gate, perhaps their actions were already enough to cleanse the influence in this node.
Huh.
With your connection to it, your mere presence was enough to tip it over.
That's interesting.
Fascinating.
Gosh, the more you talk, the more attractive you get, even with undead thing going on.
Now.
This is a stroke of fortune, an incredible amount of luck I had not accounted for.
Yes, I doubt we'll actually get anything similar to that sort of thing at Jewel Gate. Sagarok being on the other side is basically as awful a place as you can think.
Trollgate sucks.
I don't want to go back there at all. You were so lucky you missed that one. It's like the one place I would never want to go back.
Crystal oozes. And a purple worm.
Carnivorous crystal oozes.
Carnivorous crystal oozes. They almost ate Marshall. Then Marshall ate them.
I've read much of Sagarok. It is one of the few undead-centric civilizations outside of Geb and the Mana Wastes to the south, within the material plane, certainly within Avestan.
It's better run than the Dwarven city that was right next to it.
All right, well, we're running out of time, so let's go
Cobbler's
through the
fallen.
next one.
Right.
Well, where does your journey take you after Dreamgate?
Jewel
Jewel
Gate,
Gate.
right
Jewel
there.
Gate.
Oh, of course. This one connected through to Sagarok. There's something near enough to it. As far as I could find in my studies of Alcida's Ring, this simply led to a garden of sorts, but one more of minerals than plants and trees.
Right. That was certainly what they were working on in the way station, at least.
It was
Yeah.
really pretty.
There were no
Until it
mention
tried to eat
in
us.
any of Kionan's records or any of Candelarin's personal writings that I could locate in Carcosa about proximity of Sagarok or any other city, but I suppose this gateway may very well predate them.
Probably.
It's possible. It seems so strange that you would actually have a gate open into the middle of a cavern underneath a mountain just because the rocks there are pretty.
Well,
No,
it's for the elvish god of jewels.
I want to
and-
say Fendlid Lara, but
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if that
That's
was
why. It was a way of worship for them. We've been over this,
Check
Mr.
my
Sheen.
notes.
So I also think that
Yolroll? It's Yolroll or Fendlid Lara. I'll take the 50-50 on that. It's one of those.
Thank you.
I think we may have the cause and effect backwards. Perhaps they built the gate because they wanted to build a civilization where they could worship the goddess, and so
was
they
a-
built the gate to get people there.
No, I think they just built the
you'll
gate
roll.
to get.
You'll roll. I had a 50-50. I'm unable to speak as to kind of Lauren's thoughts or the desires of the people of Keonan with the creation of this ring and its gateways, but it is entirely possible that in the worship of Yulrol, this was simply a place of joy and wonder. Several of these gates seem to have connected to little. If this city of Kintargo, even the nation of Cheliax, once this is my brain, not his. Once the word for nation,
Protectorate?
nation that's like whatever.
A
Once
tributary protectorate.
let's go with tributary. Once a tributary to Cheliax
Tributaries
is certainly much more recent than the construction of the ring. When also this ring was constructed, it is all but certain the Dreamgate itself led to little more than a coastline.
Yep, that's what we saw. That's exactly what we saw.
Indeed.
Exactly the case. Apart from the watchtower,
Except for the fragment of.
which could perhaps be the influence of the Silver Order, clearing out all of the demons and devils that Chaliax had infested the area with.
Like I said, yes, that's exactly what I said.
And I'm agreeing with you, Raz. I know you're
Now
not
you're
used,
agreeing with
You're not
me.
used to it. I understand. You won
Given
me
the
over.
opportunity to thank them later, perhaps they have done a fair amount of work for us if your state upon leaving Hunter's Gate is anything to judge by.
Yes, we'll send them a bouquet of roses.
So then I hope, perhaps we'll be lucky again.
All right.
Maybe not with Jewel Gates, but
don't
at
think
least
so.
with some other.
Nothing ever lucky happens through Jewel Gate.
Jewel Gates. Ooh, the Gugs. I remember the Gugs. She
Bugs
almost died.
Suck.
Not from the Gugs, from
I
the
die
fungus.
a lot, actually.
From the fungus.
Oh yeah.
The
All
fungus.
right, guys, snap it together. Your problem-solving skills are better when you're happier. So
Sorry, just a
stop
little
it.
bit of shell shock. It's all right. It's all right.
Prepare yourself.
All right, let's go.
All right. Shield up. Raising shield. That's my activity. I'm going through that gate.
Oh no, not
I'm
this
ready.
time, Jewel Gate. We got some Jewel Gate trauma in the party is what we have.
I'm
little
just
bit.
gonna start reciting the entire adventure through Jewel Gate and just
Yeah,
cast
it was
Inspire
definitely
Defense.
the most immediate hell that
Actually,
you've been
Inspire
delivered
Courage.
into.
It was the literal bad times.
To be fair, like Duskgate was also pretty bad, but
This one's worse.
that was really just the gate itself. And Jewel Gate, the backside, just released you into a pit from the center of hell. for,
Immediately,
like,
the
4
rock
sessions.
started trying to eat us.
True.
So then we ran
That
into
was,
Elder
in
Tours
fact,
and
bad. You step through Jewel Gate the same way you stepped through the portals before, but this time you emerge into something perhaps more aligned with what you're expecting. No beautiful sky overhead, no rippling fields of grass, but channels of red hot magma cutting through a massive stone chamber. This looks akin almost to the lair of Strymalura in some ways, that it is a huge, expansive surface of red, hot lava glowing around you, but much, much larger than the dragon's lair.
Well, this is much nicer.
This lava surrounds a strange stone platform, squared, clearly carved, not natural, that seems to extend pretty far out before you into the lava, connecting to some distant wall that's difficult to see between the rising smoke and the haze of the heat, and the only light of this chamber seeming to be these red embers that surround you. The platform, fortunately, is quite large and seems to stretch across near the hole of what look to be not one but 3 enormous channels of lava that spread out like an ocean to the horizons. In the center of this platform, ahead of you, on the other side of a squared pocket in the middle of this strange stone platform again, there is a glowing golden orb set on a small pedestal. And there's sets of stairs on either side of this small platform that lead up to this higher tier. Can we get the map for this one? Because it is a very, it's an odd one. It's probably easier to look at and describe. Up either side to raised stone wings that seem to pass to your right and to your left as you come in. Of immediate notable entrance, you don't step out of a portal this time. You kind of simply appear here. It would be immediately apparent that there is no freestanding stone behind you. But there is a small patch of ground squared, maybe 8 feet across, that glows with a white light at odds with the reds and the yellows emanating throughout the chamber. Next to this glowing golden orb on this small, like central altar up ahead of you above the magma, there is an old man. He is crouched over, white hair, pretty wild, just drawn back out of his face, not in any kind of style, with a beard hanging down near to his waist, drawn about in well-made but rather plain red and brown robes. He has an assortment of tomes, books, and scrolls on stacks on the ground around him, piled around this altar. And as you all step forth, he turns immediately, noticing the group of you. Now this area is huge. It's like 120 feet up from you, beyond this passage. You see him cock his head, then simply raise a hand.
What are you reading?
Yeah, raise back and approach at a calm, measured pace.
Raz, does he have a soul?
I can't see him from this far.
And are you still shield in front of you? What are the rest of you doing as you're approaching this
Seeking.
old man in the orb? Seeking.
Recalling knowledge, mumbling to myself about all the horrible experiences through Drollgate. It's a cantrip.
As you come closer, rolling is a formality, bardic knowledge boy. You would immediately, once you're closer to seeing anything, you probably have an immediate suspicion, but will be almost certain, once you come a little closer, this orb sitting here is the gold orb of dragonkind. But it is not what Emeliza had pulled out of her bag. It is not this repaired, fragmented, shattered version. This is the perfect orb. This is the orb as it was when it was created, when it was at the height of its power, when it was the full orb of golden dragonkind, capable of immediately enslaving any golden dragons it was used for.
That's not good. It's probably fake, but
What is your bardic knowledge? Because the second one kind of matter.
the bardic knowledge should be at a plus 29. Yes.
As far as where you are or who this is, you can only make guesses.
It's a dude.
Is it a elf or a...
It is a human.
It's a human, okay.
And as you get within maybe about 40, 50 feet of him, so some little distance down from the very narrow walkways that connect to the central platform, he raises his hand again. That's enough! Who are you? How have you arrived here?
With great difficulty.
We're the heroes of Breach Hill.
Name means nothing to me.
Well, then why ask for it?
I'm a scholar.
Are you?
Yes.
You
I
know
know
much of magic. Do you study it?
I know a lot of the School of Occultism, yes.
Occultism.
Oh, yeah, it's the weird one. It's the black sheep of the family.
I'm an arcanist.
It has its purposes. I need not malign an entire class, but you studied the arcane.
Indeed.
The rest of you?
Not at all.
I'm curious. This artifact here, it is a potent one. A powerful one indeed. I believe the magical energy welled within this orb may eclipse any of humanity's creations within the last centuries, if not millennia.
Yeah.
This is an incredible esoteric power, and I wouldn't pass an opportunity to study exactly what it's capable of.
Controlling gold dragons.
At its core, yes. So you have some study. Tell me, what is your study? You're an occultist. What do you take interest in? What areas of magic are your expertise?
Areas of magic, well, all sorts of things, causing nightmare, causing bad dreams, causing walls, that kind of stuff. But then I'll also study history and the courses of things that happen, and there's a lot there. That's way more interesting than magic, actually.
Disagree.
And of course,
Yes.
also pulling on the threads of people's imaginations and emotions too. It's just a get the flash.
An occultist with knowledge of artifacts this powerful, and you contain yourselves to the studies of entertainment for children?
Oh,
Wasteful, but
Educating
unsurprising
children.
from one of your school. You.
that's a little rude.
Detect magic?
You just cast Detect
Yeah.
Magic. You are far enough away from him and the orb that they're out of this. The picture's 30 feet on Detect Magic.
Well,
right
I can
here.
make it 60.
So you can reach it. That's fair. Reaching it out, you can immediately feel like there are a variety of auras across this man here, and you can, of course, feel the incredible power of the orb. of
I'm trying to get at whether or not it's an illusion or whether or not it is the OG orb.
It certainly seems to be pretty powerful. It's a pretty good signature.
The orb, I'll start listing off the auras I'm sensing off of it, and it seems its original purpose may be obfuscated by the number of schools of magic that are at work on it. Does it control gold dragons? Yes, but was it originally created with that
So
purpose?
you have the studies of an apprentice, and not even proficient ones at that.
What are you talking about? What do you see?
You can cast cantrips. Is this the height of your studies? Have you no ambition? Are you what? Some sorceress who was simply born into magic you fail to understand?
I will beg your pardon.
Oh, Resme, your ears are red.
I'm not about to go casting that tier of magic in here.
You think the performance of magic is the greatest height there is of understanding it. You must be a sorcerer indeed.
I'm gonna punch this guy in the face. Roisin, hold me back.
Oh, goodness gracious, your ears are so red.
I'm gonna get him. What's that stick you have there?
A staff, and a fairly simple one at that. One attuned to the very magic of Droskar's crag here. A source of magma within the volcano. A small iota contained within this crystal.
Droskar's Crag, you're an adherent in that case.
No, I did not name the mountain. I simply came to it to study this orb.
You carry a staff attuned to its power, do you not?
Attuned to the very elemental energy that is the heat of its magma.
Oh, you're just being facetious. I understand.
The name of the mountain is Droskar's Crag, a moniker it has borne for human generations. Are you all bereft of knowledge entirely? He just kind of looks over towards Valentina.
I'm just gonna stare back at him like.
I think you're smart,
Smiling.
Valentina.
There is more to be gained, perhaps, from the study of your bodies in blood than in conversation. Jean-Liv, Traminant,
Gerkahak!
Recognize spell. I get it as a free action.
Oh,
Who are
he
you
does.
recognizing?
Whatever he's casting.
He's not casting anything.
Oh, okay. You said
as he-
crazy magic language.
I see, those are just names, actually. As he calls out these two names and sort of gestures, you see two massive figures start to rise up from the lava on either side of you. The molten magma pulling back from their bright red scales. So yeah, we probably roll some initiative.
Yeah, I was ready for it.
He doesn't
And
like us, and he's
I
gonna
get-
sick lava monsters after
I
us.
get baned by Sam
well you
Foxtown
should.
for the jerk wizard.
He is a jerk.
He is a jerk.
Let's see. Oh, we don't have our scouter, but everyone gets +4.
I rolled a 3.
So this is going to be a little interesting
Hey.
because, again, we sort of have a bit of necessitation of very wide angle map because the area is quite large.
Is each hex still 5 feet, though?
Each square is 5 feet. Yeah. So
Huzzah.
it's got to be pretty. I guess it's not weird for you guys. It's just weird for me in the miniature setup because the squares are dramatically smaller.
Nick, I can't.
Perfectly happy for you guys. All right, we haven't got this way in a while. Valentina?
47.
47. Miss Starez?
39.
39. Miss Roisin?
25, 45.
45. And Miss Resme?
Resme is so blindingly angry that she can't even think. So she rolls a 37.
Upsetting.
That's a 2 on the
And you got a
die.
35?
I got a 39.
39. Ah, we have 2
on
and
the
2
die.
here. Fair enough. Resume's not happy. She's never been so insulted by something so accurate in her entire life.
I'm gonna strangle the GM. It's gonna be so much fun.
It's the truth of it that really gets to you. What'd you get, Valentina?
47.
47.
This is why you get banned.
I'm gonna get a 48 from the wizard, and I will put our 2 lads.
Hope you roll ones.
So as you see them emerge up
You're
from the
so
lava,
salty.
emerging up from the lava, the clear heads of massive elder dragons, 2 of them at the beck and call of this wizard.
And here's another curse. May all your bacon burn.
Can't get these in here. There we go.
Don't you have a second one?
I don't know where it went.
Okay.
I don't know what my little Norse Foundry thing is.
Well, you can't take the North Foundry thing down.
Yeah, no,
That's
the Norse Foundry
important.
thing's there. It's important. And these 2,
Roll a 70.
Oh.
there's a 54.
Okay.
So they're fairly up there.
I hate
am
Link.
blessed. I was totally ready to spend villain points on initiative, and I did not need to do it. So as he says these 2 names, Jalniv, one massive dragon, rises up from the magma to the left of the platform. Tramanut, another, coming up from near behind you. The first sails up through the air. Where is your speed, sir? Oh, it's a lot. Fair enough. It's whatever he feels like doing. Sails up, shooting out of the lava, massive wing spread, flinging globs of magma across this western platform as he sails up above the center of this platform here, some 50 feet above. And as dragons are wont to do, the difference visually between this magma falling from his maw and the fire welling in his throat is near indistinguishable until the cone rolls out, surging over the party. Need a reflex save from everyone.
Yay.
Is this dragon's breath?
This is absolute, yes.
Excellent.
It's dragon's breath.
Yay, I have things for that.
You got to think for that. Oh, it's a nat 20. Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
I was ready.
Reflex?
It was a reflex save, yes.
Ouch.
Ouch.
To roll twice.
Oof, ouch, owie. My skin.
My fur. It burns.
Take that one.
That's okay, you're a desert rat.
You're right.
Fine.
I'll be fine. I'm used to searing heat.
Valentina,
38.
38 will regular fail, Raz.
40.
40 will regular fail. Roshin, you got the natural 20 or?
I got natural 20 for 53.
Yeah, I mean, you got natural 20, so you critically succeed. Your shield is up. You're ready.
Yeah, I was ready for it. I was like, oh, no, you don't.
Miss Resme,
That is a 50.
50 is a regular success. The damage of the breath is 72. So regular failures will be taking 72 and 36 for Resme. Minus whatever fire resistance you have, it's just fire
Is
damage.
it 72?
72 is the total damage.
So it's going to be 72 cut in half.
So he already told you.
That's 36 is the half.
minus.
So 26 probably
You
would be
got
resistance.
10.
You would get 10, and then it goes to 20.
And then
once
it
you
goes
take
to
damage.
20
So
once I take
subsequent
damage.
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Numbers.
So 26.
So 26, okay.
The second one is going to jump up out of the magma from
gonna
the
write
other
down
side,
amounts of
which
damage, but I
some
might need
degree of unfortunately is behind the group here. And as he surges up onto the edge of the platform, he is immediately going to lash out with his claws and even the talons, these massive talons at the forefront of these dragons' wings, which they can reach out and slam down like polearm spikes on the group in front of you. Raz is the one who would be in the back, I imagine, right? Little rat boy. So here is Claw the first is going to be a 50.
Mother's mindfulness. Roshin will push him to the side and get caught by that.
You Do you have
If I
to
can,
do
am I
that?
too late?
Do I give you
Oh,
the
I don't have the reaction yet.
I don't
And
think
my
you have
shield
a
is up.
reaction.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think we've gotten
Sorry,
there yet.
Russ.
50
Don't
is
die.
just a regular hit.
That's a
for this
regular
point, right?
hit.
Yeah, okay, so we're not like obliterating your soul or anything yet.
No.
We're just
Not yet.
normal time.
Yet.
That claw is going to strike you for 28 points of slashing damage. The second claw is going to come down for a natural one.
Ooh, nice.
You are small enough that the first claw can't really hit you with both.
I'm just using the first claw as cover.
He's doing this.
And he rakes them both back, and then this one spike of the wing comes down
Stop that.
for 39.
Misses.
39 misses.
39 this. I'm not that.
It's third attack, so we're in there. And he's pretty far back. He's like right on the edge of the magma here, as he is a massive red dragon. Nowhere near the size of Menkare or the Visage of the Hawk, but behind them, there's our clearly very elder dragons of a huge stature. Now, I have one more thing. As these two dragons burst forth from the magma, I need everybody to make me a will save against this truly terrifying sight.
Well, you get +1 to fear effects because Inspire Courage is up.
I'll take it.
If it's a fear effect.
It is absolutely a fear effect.
I am good at these. I have rolled below a 10 for 3 rolls in a row.
Do better.
I am trying.
Against the fear effect too for the dragon. Dang, that dragon looks money.
It's money, but you also had to roll good. Miss Resme.
That's going to be a 43.
Frightened 1. Roshin.
40, and I've got greater resolve.
Then you are good. You are no longer fear dragons. Raz.
39.
Frightened 2. Valentina.
48.
Frightened 1.
And I have.
That's a regular success. Do you have that on Fortitude? Or Will, rather?
I have Path for Perfection for Willpower and Fortitude.
Oh,
Success becomes critical
then
success.
you are not frightened. You are good to go. And this comes down to the wizard, who sees the
So did I fail?
pair of you here just
What did he tell you?
sitting. And he is just going to kind of lazily cast a hand out your direction. Pila Flamai! And as he throws his hand in this ball of red energy, much like the dragon's breath, wells up within it, assuming to pull out from the head of the staff. It sort of drifts almost lazily down towards you. Your bodies lose no value burned, before blasting across the group. And I need another reflex save.
Is that a spell?
Yay.
That was a spell. It's Fireball.
Who knew?
Shocker.
Shocker.
36.
Hold on, I forgot to grab one of the cards.
Which
for
one of
my
our
spells.
stats has a saving throws has a plus thing?
That's not up right now. It was only against fear effects.
There we go.
Oh, okay. I see.
One doesn't give you a chance against.
Misform? Nope.
think so.
No, it's only against targeted
Okie
things.
dokie. So, Valentina?
For reflex,
Yes.
Ooh.
3 on the die, 35.
35 is a regular failure. You're not baned by any chance, are you?
I'm not.
No, okay. Rez?
36.
36 is a regular failure.
51.
Roshin?
40.
40 is a regular failure. Resme?
51.
51 is a regular success. Okie dokie. Boop, boop, boop. And as this blasts across the group of you, it's going to be 84 points of fire damage.
Ooh, chonky fireball.
42 for
42.
Resme. So as this lands and
So
bursts,
32.
you feel the searing heat of this magic, of this spellcraft, is even greater than the breath of these massive dragons that have just emerged out from the lava. This wizard's power is incredible. And he sees these breaths and this just kind of blast across the group of you. Looks kind of dismissively. Climb pace. And a small arcane shield just pings up as he turns back to studying the orb, just turning away from you, assuming the dragons will handle this. Valentina, then, how you looking? A little singed?
More singed than usual, yeah.
A little spiced? A lot of fire coming out here.
Yes. So the dragons are still they're sitting on the ground, right? They're not up in the air. Or anything?
One of them is 50 feet in the air, and one of them is on the edge of the platform, just swinging.
Okay.
The one to your right here, the red one, is on the platform. The other one is
The
just
red
sailing
one.
overhead.
Okay. I am just gonna do a flurry of maneuvers and see what happens. So I'm gonna run over the one that's on the platform, not the one that's in the air. And
as you
Yeah.
run up towards it, it is going to turn its head and just snap with its jaws towards you. It's been focusing its claws and talons
right.
towards Raz, but its head is more than ready to respond.
It's talon dead.
Do I have to do a like? Do I
It's
have
a
to
hit
roll?
roll.
What's that?
It's run to hit you. It's just attack of opportunity. It's just regular style. It's gonna be 46.
Okay.
Is that to hit you?
What's that? Oh wait. Oh, for the that does it meet? I have 46.
Meets it,
AC.
beats
Wait, do I
it.
have a?
You have a reaction. You can use your thing if you want to use your reaction. You can make him reroll it. But yeah, meets it, beats it on AC.
And you're also feared 1, right?
Oh yeah, you feared one.
Yeah, you're frightened
so it
one,
would be-
so it.
Wait.
Oh no, she's not. She's.
I'm frightened one, that's right.
She's good.
Yeah. So wait. So it does hit me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, then the damage it's going to do.
Wait. I have a. Does the bless doesn't? Oh.
Oh no, bless doesn't work that way. Bless is on your rolls. It
Gotcha.
is going to hit you for 38 points of piercing damage.
Forgot about it.
Okay.
And you have 10 fire resistance, right? Do you have any more than that? Do you have higher because of your stoked flame or anything? It's
No.
14 points of fire damage minus whatever resistance you have.
No, I don't.
But that does not stop you from moving, so you still get in. And you can still do
So
your
the
flurry
38
maneuvers.
and 14, or 38 is including the 14?
38 and 14.
Okay.
I guess I could just, because I need to know, the fire damage is low enough, I need to roll it separately on the off
Okay.
chance you resist it entirely.
So yeah, I'm still in the middle of my like flurry of maneuvers. So I ran up to it. I am going to just try to hit it on its claw, I guess, because its arms are still kind of low enough that
It's kind of like half on the platform. Half of this dragon is still submerged in a lava.
Yeah.
But the front half here is up and swinging and biting and fighting at the party.
So I'm gonna like hit it, and then I'm gonna run off in the other direction.
I can move.
So I'm just gonna sort of do like a flyby. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't actually know that's again. Actually, no, I have more moves than this because I need to do. Hold on.
So what's your hit roll?
It can't be like a
What's that?
What's your to hit?
To hit me or I hit it?
Yeah, you roll your attack roll.
Yeah, my attack roll.
That seems.
54.
54. Do you have a bless?
I have a blast.
54 will critically hit it with your bless.
Nice.
Which-
And because I have I always hit it with my like my hand that has the feather on it first. The creature is gonna burn with a holy light. It's make a 29 will
I
save.
didn't roll a 1. It's
What's that?
I didn't roll a 1.
Didn't roll one. Oh. Okay.
It's great if it happens.
Yeah, it's worth trying.
Yeah, no, I know. I just make them roll. Sometimes they'll roll a 1. It's already happened
It's
once.
absolutely true.
And then your second maneuver?
And then my second maneuver is actually I'm gonna activate my buzzsaws.
Your second maneuver is just a hit or a combat maneuver. So you either you can do that after you're doing flare
No,
maneuver.
I thought
then you
wait,
get
that was
two
like
swings.
I ran up to it was my first maneuver.
Yeah.
Is movement? Is movement?
You
not part of the
you said
maneuver?
you're running up and doing. No, movement is not part of your maneuver. Your
Oh,
maneuver is
okay.
only things that are attack rolls. So they can be
Oh,
either
okay.
an attack roll or it can be like a trip or a shove or a
Okay,
grab
I'm
or something.
just gonna shove it. I'm not gonna take
Get
it
on the platform.
Yes.
Back.
I have a major giant.
You're pretty big. You're pretty big. Athletics -5.
I did hit it. Wait, I hit it the first
Yeah,
time.
we roll them both
I have,
because
I haven't
they
rolled damage yet.
combine,
Yeah, okay, so sure. 11. Okay. The 50. No, 47.
47 will succeed. So you will shove him back
Shove it. Okay.
a little. Valentina running a big running hit, and then like shoving it back 5 feet towards being off of the platform here, and then give me your crit damage on the big fist.
So to roll critically, I just double it, right?
Just double it. Yep. Just X2. Big number.
74.
74.
That's
That's a pretty good punch.
Yeah. That does include holy.
He took him in the solar plexus.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna take holy. Red dragon, very happy. Doesn't include any fire.
No.
Okay, now it's stoked flame. Then you were gonna hit it for 76. You'll absolutely see the searing flash of the holy room. That leaves you with 1 action left.
Yes, I'm going to run out of its reach. So up to like the top right-hand corner.
Okay, making some distance. Not towards big wizard on this platform, just over here, out of the way, around the outside of this.
Yeah.
Fair enough. As you make some distance there, Roshin, it's like a blink of an eye, runs in, knocks him back with his Giga Punch and just runs away.
All right, well, that wizard looks like he's content to leave us alone for now and study that orb, so yay, hubris. So Roshin's gonna kind of look at the position and charge past Raz to get between the dragon and him. And with a charging up at the with her sword at the ready, she's gonna give a great shout, and that's gonna be a scare to death on the dragon.
Spook dragon.
Spook dragon. Can I get prowess for it? Since I'm literally running
Yeah,
at it
you're
with a
running at
sword?
it screaming with a sword. I'll
That's
absolutely
hard to
He's
get more
basically
than that.
menaced, yeah.
Oh, that's a 3 on the die. That's not great. All right, so that's going to be a 41.
41 is going to fail.
Okay. Scared to death on a fail is frightened 1.
Okay, so he is frightened 1.
And then let's go and let's see, move, scared to death, and I've got 2 actions left. I've got a ray shield, and then hasted speed rune, strike it with my
You
sword.
hasted.
Speed rune on the
rune.
sword.
Oh, right.
I'm always hasted for hitting things.
I always get to slap. It's really good for Battle Oracle because you get to make the curse happy.
Yeah, I got to make my curse happy, even if I roll a 3 like that. Yeah.
But Curse is happy.
But curse is happy.
rolling
It's
threes.
36.
36, absolutely not going to hit it, even frightened as it is. Further back into the lava here, it's pretty defensive, which brings on a Raz.
Ouchies. Okay, I'm alive. I'm not on fire. I'm gonna dart up to the base of the stairs while softly singing a lullaby to
So
myself.
there's stairs that go up to the wings you see on either side of the map that are a little off the north end of the screen. This thing that goes to the middle where the wizard is just walkways that are on level.
Oh, they're all walkway?
Yeah, the walkways, the stairs, there you go. Now the stairs are further up top, to the very edge. They're
Actually-
quite some distance away. So up to the walkway, just to clarify, is what you want to run towards.
Actually, before I start running, cool, let's just take a moment and stop. I cast time stop.
Cease.
Hammer time.
Ooh, Raz has got time stop now. Okay, what happens?
And as for a second, you see how Raz just kind of snap his fingers. He is up at the platform, and you see a shimmer quickly appear as 2 walls of forces form a little pyramid running down the way that he just ran, blocking the party off from the dragons. And they're going like this. And
Right.
it also looks miraculously better. So it's 2 level 7 walls of forces in a way that forms a kind of a pyramid over the party. He soothed on himself, and he moved up to the platform.
So you got one, kind of between Roshin
And the dragon.
and the dragon, one overhead, and these are how wide?
They're 20 feet tall, 50 feet long.
Okay, so they
So
are
it's-
notably less wide than the dragons. So they're in front of them, but they can definitely just reach around it. The dragon is wider than 20 feet.
Well, it's going to be running.
It's still going to be some shielding for sure.
It's
but-
going to be it's running lengthwise, and it's going to be at an angle, both of them on either
making a little
side.
tent.
It's making
I
a
see.
tent.
Okay, you're making a long tent.
I'm making a
okay. I thought
long
you were making
tent.
I see.
Yeah.
You're making it this way.
Yeah, yeah, making it like this.
Okay.
All the way down. So it starts at the platform and just goes its full 50 feet down.
I see.
Yes.
So it goes to the ground?
Yes.
So, okay, the party is inside.
The party is
Other than
inside. Dragons are outside.
Other than Valentina, the party is inside.
Yeah. Yes.
Fair enough. Okay, I understand what we're doing now.
And I cast a 9th level soothe on myself.
Help. Then Miss Resme.
She'll look at the wizard and really want to cast it and be like, no, focus. Dominus and Calcula and Tarna. And the ground and everything around us will begin to shake, and everyone will feel a force pull on them. And the dragon will come crashing down to the ground. That's going to be Falling Sky. So he is going to come crashing down to the
Right.
ground, no save. He's going to take whatever, double the falling damage of falling at 50 feet.
To 50.
So 50. So he'll take 50 damage, and then they need to give me a fortitude save.
Okay. Guy in the sky is coming out with a 43 fortitude save.
That's gonna fail.
Oh wait, 46 fortitude save. I was looking at the wrong save.
That will succeed, but it's fine. It succeeds.
Dragon of the Red is frightened and is going to get a 42.
Is Dragon the Red in the sky?
Dragon of
So
the Red's in the lava. How big's Falling Sky?
The one who succeeded is knocked prone. The one who failed is knocked prone and stunned 2.
Stunned 2?
Stunned 2.
What is stun doing?
Takes away actions.
And this doesn't hit the party. You have...
It's going to hit everybody.
Does it hit does it only affect people in the sky, or?
It affects everybody in the range. It's a 60-foot tall and 30-foot radius cylinder, so I may not be able to keep Roshin out of
I think
it.
you can just get the
Oh,
flying
you can
dragon.
only get one dragon with that. Yeah, that's because they have 30 feet between them.
Okay, then that's fine. I'll get the one
What
who's in
level
the
are you
air.
casting this out? Because it also has the incapacitation trait.
Yeah, it does. It is in cap.
So the save will get better.
So the success is a critical success.
Okay.
And the other guy's not in it, so he critically succeeds.
Okay, but he's still on the ground.
He's
taking
still on
50
the
damage.
ground, and he still
He still
takes
50 damage.
50 damage.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Okie dokie.
I didn't know what level they were, so.
Yeah, that's all you just say. There's the incapacitation trait, because then I can figure it out.
Oh, okay.
That's
I didn't know.
alright.
I didn't know you
it
didn't know
just
it was
makes
in
the
cap.
save go better. The thing is still out of the sky, and it still takes.
Yeah, he's
That was
still
the
on the ground. He
point.
still took 50 damage. But he lands kind of on this channel in the middle. So
And then I am going to back the hell up. I'm going to move 30 feet. I'm going to try to get between Raz and Valentina, so none of us are that grouped up.
okay, so you kind of feel your way out of
Yeah.
this wall of force tent and around the corner a little, because you gotta go out past Raz to get out of the
That's
safety
fine.
tent. So you get a little around the edge,
Safety tent.
the safety tent,
It is the safety tent.
and we
safe
come
in it.
back around to dragons. So Roshin, in the safety tent here before this dragon, you can see that this brief shimmer as they come around, and this dragon sees it too, and there's still an opening in the front, and it is literally just going to lower its head and like snap up down this channel towards you. So it is going to swing at you.
Bigger things than you have tried to eat me.
He's frightened 1 for 52.
52 is a normal hit.
We like normal hits. Normal hits are good times. And you are going to take 40 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to pull its head back out. And it is just... It's like... It's a dog trying to get peanut butter out of the tube here. It's reaching in, batting with some claws, thrusting some wing spikes in there. It is an absolute... like flailing rampage in the end of this, trying to get at Roshin in the pipe. So Claw the first is going to be a 48.
Normal hit.
Claw the second,
Dang.
it's going to be a 43
Miss
by 1.
by 1. Bless.
It's going to be a normal hit and use my bless.
Didn't someone bane you?
And then I got blessed again by Link.
Link.
Link, of course.
Link is a
And
menace.
the wing is going to be...
Link just has that much faith in us.
It's going to be
He's
a
a
44.
Menace.
'Cause
Well,
it
that's
doesn't-
exactly perfect.
Doesn't go any lower
Yeah.
than the 43 with the frightened 1 on that one. I forgot frightened 1 on the last one. So he's going to hit you with both claws and miss the wing. So I'm just going to roll both those together, which is going to be another dump of 77 points of slashing damage from these 2 attacks.
Shield?
Huh? Oh, I do have a shield, and I
shield
have a
block?
reaction. Yeah, I'll shield block one of those.
Okay, so just like half of that because I roll them together. So let's say like
77.
36.
I'll just take my hardness off of it.
Yeah, but for is the damage to the shield not relevant at this point? Is our shield just like...
Oh, I mean, I guess
breaking?
technically it is. Yeah, so 77. I'll put
like
36,
36. Let's say 36,
on
yeah.
one of them. Yeah.
The other one on the ground is going to immediately, as it's pulled down, kind of shake itself and then launch back up off of the ground again, sailing up through the air, seeing the other dragon just going nuts on Roshi in the tube here, and fly over that to be kind of above Raz and Resme and reach down, focusing its efforts clearly on the caster here. So Miss Resme, you are going to get some slap.
Oh boy.
Slap Uno is going to be, this is not the frightened one, 48.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay, slap dose.
Nimble dodge.
Okay. I can roll good. No, it's gone forever next
Well,
week. I guess I'm on the
curse.
edge of Ashes die now.
Uh-oh. That's the end for us. Thank you, everybody.
Well, it's been nice
Second
knowing you.
one, probably not going to hit 42 actually on the second one.
That is
Ashes
going
die.
to. That's gonna miss.
Definitely not on a nimble dodge. And then the wing spike coming down with a bippity boppity 41. Not going to hit that one either. So you just get one claw. That's okay. We can do one claw.
Hippity hoppity, get off my property.
One claw and a very low roll for 28 points of slashing damage.
Well, I will definitely take that. That's. Thank you, dragon.
And then the wizard, turns and looks down to like Rez and Resme here at the base of this ramp and just sees you running up this time stop. You're more competent than you let on. I don't have time for this. Prismatica Ombre. And raises a hand, and you see a shining beacon of white light for just an instant before it shatters into a radiant cone of rainbow energy. Every color on the spectrum raining down on you and Resme below.
Wait, like a burst attack?
Like a cone.
A prismatic, like a spray, you might
You
say.
might even say.
Spray, perhaps
Yeah.
you could call it. Let's take our break there. I'm gonna pick up this bang
Ooh,
from Nebula
big
315.
magic.
And we come back. Ooh, you might be familiar with your blue prismatic spray. Interesting things can happen on this spell.
Anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
It's true.
It can do nothing. It can do everything. This is some magic. Don't go too far. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. And before we leave you, we don't have a ton of Age of Ashes left. You may notice from the insane level 20 combat and two giant, massive ancient red dragons just kind of being minions, we've reached the top of the power scale. This can only go so much further. So what's next after Age of Ashes on the UGT show? What entertainment will you find coming into your weekend? Well, we got a little trailer for that. Prismatic spray. Words that I'm pretty sure strike fear into the hearts of anyone who has played Pathfinder to a high enough level to encounter whatever it is. Once upon a time in a campaign past called War for the Crown, referred to as Taste the Rainbow. And then a word I can't say on a family-friendly show. We'll go with my friend, same abbreviation. It's
Got there. You did
it's
it.
Got there.
It's a spell. Second edition is dramatically less terrible than the prismatic Hell World once was. You don't eat everything simultaneously. But the end of your little safety tent here, Rez, and Resme just out at the fringes, you're gonna eat some of it. Rez, roll me a d8.
I'm just gonna have you roll it. Oh no.
So that's actually what the spell says.
I rolled 4.
4 is the green ray. That's a high roll. That's great. You want that. Resume. Roll me a d8. 4 is definitely the jackpot roll.
Oh, we
For
don't
you
both
or
get
for
4?
Raz?
For them. For you. You want a 4. You want a 4. 4 is good.
5?
5 is... Yeah, coin flip. We'll see. So, Rez, make me a fortitude save.
Good at these.
I know that sounds bad. You think I'm memeing you. But as this green beam from this scintillating prismatic rainbow shoots out to you,
34.
do you have a bless?
I have a bless.
34 then does not critically fail. Thanks to your bless, that will be consumed, and that is a regular failure. You are going to take 30 points of poison damage as you feel this beam hit you and this immediate sickening pain overwhelm you. Not only do you take that, you are enfeebled 1. I told you want a 4. 4 is good for you.
Suddenly feel weaker.
Resme, also make a fortitude save.
I organized these, and Feeble was on top and I couldn't find it.
It's a 5.
7 plus 2. That's also a 37.
37 is a regular failure as well. Out from this prismatic cone, you are hit by this blue burst of light. And as it connects with you, you feel almost a brief moment as when Emeliza and now Rez had cast Time Stop. It feels as if things start to stutter around you, but the world doesn't slow down, the world doesn't move, it's just you. And you hear parts of your gown, your belts, your bandoliers start to creak and crack with your movements as you continue to hurry across the platform. You are slowed 1
Okay.
as your body and your equipment starts to harden. Blue is the flesh to stone beam.
Well,
And he sees Rez in the pyramid, and as this shoots out from him, he just kind of turns his hand over, and a small salvo of bright white pinpoints of light with no incantation simply spray forth out from his hand, scattering across the front of this magical force tent that you've made. And you also take 18 points of force damage as a few of these twist and pivot to slam
spell.
into you. And as he plants his staff on the ground, "You're stronger than I anticipated. Where was this interest in magic before?" Valentina.
So I am gonna put my hand up against my chest and activate a rune that I've had since Breach Hill, but my character is so used to punching things she hasn't really needed it. I'm going to activate my invisibility rune.
Oh no.
And I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna go away now. So I'm gonna vanish. And I'm going to see if I can approach the sorcerer without him noticing me now that I am invisible.
He seems to have his attention pretty well occupied right now. You scurry up around this flash of rainbow light past these shower of bolts and up onto the platform right next to this wizard. He clearly has not in any way noticed anything that's happening.
Awesome. And now I'm going to shove him towards the lava.
It is exactly the thing that I hoped was going to happen.
Oh no, I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, I mean, you start running up to him invisible, I'm like, she's gonna throw him.
I got
Make
a
me an athletics
A
check.
19 on the die.
that boy might be burning.
That is a 57.
Okay, so I just realized his saving throws are definitely typos, so I'm just gonna assume what they're supposed to be. Pretty sure he does not have a +7 fortitude. I think that's physically impossible, so...
Unless he's dead.
He kind of keeping you really osteoporotic, I'm just saying.
You, even accounting for what I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be, which I think they just forgot a 3. Pretty sure it's supposed to be 37. That still critically succeeds. Do you want to follow him?
I'm not going to follow him, but I do have the option of pushing him up to 20 feet, although I don't need to push him that far. I am going to push him far enough in that he can't easily reach the edge, just in case he's got some, like...
Launch him back as Valentina appears from nowhere, sending this wizard, so as he's focusing down on Raz here, this surprise just picks him up like a child and throws him out into the lava, where he immediately lands with a little plop. You have...
Those are my 3 moves.
Oh, you'd use the invisibility room.
Yeah.
Rashid. He doesn't even say anything. He doesn't think it's the wind knocked out of him. He doesn't have an opportunity.
With 30 feet of movement, can I make it to get within reach of both Resme and Raz because I can't see past the dragon?
Resme and Rez, yes, you can make it up right behind Rez. And are you going for an emanation or?
I'm going to be able to touch them both.
Ooh,
Does the wall of force stop me from being able to do that?
No. We wouldn't be able to get up around the wall first. You need about probably 35 to get out there.
35. Crap. All right. Oy. All right. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna just make a quick slash at the dragon in my face with my hasted rune. 16 on the die is pretty good. That's a 49.
49 absolutely hits.
Okay, so 4d8 plus a 4d8 plus a holy rune of d6 plus moderate curse bonus is gonna be 40 damage.
40 damage, all right. A solid hit.
That's a solid hit. All right. And then move up next to Raz, I guess.
Yes. You can get to him, but not past him.
Okay, so a normal move will get me to Raz as I move down the tunnel. And Soskarit and tap both Raz and myself and kind of go to reach Resme and hit the wall of force. So that's a moment of renewal. So that's going to get Raz back 80 health, and it's going to get me back 160.
Wow.
Good heal.
And that's my turn.
Speaking of Rez, it's turn of Red.
He's in the lava. He's dead.
He just dropped into lava.
Yeah, I'm sure the boss is dead. I'm sure he's dead.
Yeah.
No chance he's getting back from that.
I'm looking down at him from my position. He's just in the lava laying there, or is he standing still?
He is, like, the surface of the lava, it's not water, but it's hot and mobile enough that he plopped through it. So when he hit the surface of the lava, it's not like a splash. He didn't cannonball into the pool, but he did hit the surface and break it, and immediately the lava just bloop, and he's gone.
Huh. Oh, I'm sure he'll be back. I'm gonna hold.
Okay, Miss Resme.
Resme will take a deep breath and blow out Frigidaire Incantum. And that's going to be a Frigid Flurry. It's a 120 foot line from where I am.
You can hit him or you can hit him?
I'm going to hit the one in the air over me.
Is the one in the air like low enough because it's swinging at her? Is the one
it's like
low enough
20
that
feet
she
up.
can? Oh, it's 20. Oh, he can reach 20 feet.
It's a big lad.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
20 feet up.
I'm gonna need a reflex save.
Okie dokie. And as you shoot this blast of ice surging through this flying dragon, ooh, not great. 41.
Okay, that's gonna fail.
He's gonna eat it.
So he's gonna take 96 cold and 96 slashing.
Might surprise you, he does not like cold damage very much.
I'm shocked.
No, it's cold, not electricity.
He's gonna take 51 points of combined slashing and cold damage.
He's gonna take significantly more than that, as this line does what exactly?
it's going to essentially, it's a snowstorm that is centered directly on him that is essentially just blowing him about and just hitting him with ice crystals.
Yeah, absolutely barraging him, and he is clearly pretty unhappy about it.
The wind is also going to pick me up and move me because it can.
Oh, look at that.
So I'm going to move closer into Raz and Roshin.
Oh, okay. How far do you move?
The wind then picks you up and carries you to the other end of the area, though. Okay.
I don't know if you
the
want
other end of the area. So
I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah.
That's 120 feet in the air.
Yeah.
You want to go 120
Yeah,
feet
I don't want to go 220 feet in the air.
He's like, I'll let you go 120 feet in the air and then fall 120 feet.
Nah, I'm fine.
If you're
Solid.
interested, now we can do it.
We're
and
good.
then I'm going to need another fortitude save against your rapidly crystallizing form.
12.
All right, it's going to be 44.
44 will succeed, and this effect is incapacitate, so it will critically succeed. So you're
Okay.
able to overcome it, so you're no longer slowed.
Okay, nice.
That's the one we wanted to be the big roll. Are you coming in, Raz, or are you hanging out?
I'll come in really quick, and Raj is gonna make a very loud screech. We're gonna Dirge of Doom. You're doing great, Miss Resume. Actually, better yet, collective transposition her back into the tent.
As you go to cast your spell, the dragon flying up above you snaps down with its jaws towards you.
Stop that.
They are not dumb. Dragons are quite intelligent creatures, and like some damage is going to come out of Resume. It has seen the battlefield-altering conditions come out of you.
Mother's Mindfulness. Gonna throw her arm over and block the top.
Okay. Roshin's taking this. Was this the roll in his armor class? Or yours?
Yes, actually, technically, he has to get hit first before I can do it.
46.
46 hits.
Gets hit.
Though I get hit.
You get hit as Roshin throws herself in the way to take this for you. Roshin taking 44 points of slashing damage. You
Your
keep
call.
rolling lower than your ice resistance on fire. So if you're wondering why it's not coming out, it's because I'm potato rolling.
And
I'll take it. I'm happy.
collective transposition puts me and Resume like in the middle of the tents, as safe as we can be.
Kind of like a little behind Roshin.
A little behind Roshin. That's it. That's all I got. Please no.
Dragging at the edge of the pool as Roshin runs away and getting some distance, is reaching, trying to snap. It can't reach that far.
I'm repositioning. I'm not running away.
Okay, tactically retreats.
Repositioning. There's another
tactically-
dragon at the other end.
That's fair. Tactically repositioning. Dragons either end of your safety tube. It's not a very safe tube.
Wanga, wanga, wanga,
It's,
wanga, wanga.
He's trying to get his jaw down, but he's so large. There's not enough space in between these tents for him to really get his mouth or his claws. So he ends up putting his head down there, kind of twisting it to the side, and then you just hear him inhale
And blow.
see fire well up, and he just shoots a rippling wave
I'm shocked.
that you could clearly
No, this
see
is
just shooting
fire.
down this tent and surging out the far end of it, fanning a bit.
So he catches his friend in it.
His friend's like, it doesn't matter. I mean, fire sure hits his
Yeah,
friend. They came out of the lava.
Like-
It's like, you can catch his friend, then why
His
not?
friend's his best friend.
I need a reflex save from the safety tube,
We're trying our best.
which is not a solid name for it, I don't
it's-
think.
I deserve this.
about
I
right.
think Fatal Funnel is what I would go with on
Oh,
this one.
that's a good one.
Ooh, 19.
I will take that.
Ooh, Max rolled his breath cooldown. Raz.
33.
33 is a regular. You're so lucky. You've been one off so many critical failures this
I
fight.
have to roll a 1 to critically fail.
I mean, it's not a giga high DC.
That's good.
They are 19. That is a regular failure.
Okay.
Roshin,
36.
regular failure. Resume.
51.
Do you have a bless?
I do.
Critically succeeds. So Resume is not going to take any damage from this. Resume has to go You're in the front. Somehow, I don't know how.
Well, actually, what happens is her amulet flares and a magical shield jumps up around her and it kind of just propels the fire around her.
That's why you two get giga
Into my
toasted. The
face.
concept of pressure. So it goes around like putting your thumb on the garden
It's not my fault
hose.
that Raz put us in the death tube.
It's way worse when it comes around to you guys.
fine.
It is going to be 63 points of fire damage.
That's not bad.
To each of you, minus whatever fire resistance you have.
Perfect.
And then, I don't know what he does with
See?
his left hand. He can't reach anybody.
Exactly.
Climbs up on the platform,
He does his nails.
making his way on the southern side of this tent, like snapping and clawing at this, feeling his way down this wall of force. You are the opposite side of the aquarium. It is you who is in the aquarium. He is just like biting at the side of this and clawing it and trying to find a point of weakness.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
start.
the tunnels inside the aquarium where you get to see the sharks above you.
I'm gonna start insulting his
exactly
mother
what
in
it is.
Draconic.
That's rude.
Like, I'm gonna start really, really, like, jagging on his mom. Like, I'm gonna say things about her that you can't say on this channel.
This
In Draconic.
take a bless, our heroic rat. Thank you for Disciple Ex Machina. This flying one, as it fails to stop you as Roshin catches, the group you teleport back in, is going to kind of fold its wings back and almost shoot down, a rush of air emanating out as it lands on the platform at the other end of the tube.
So, okay.
We're now in a fire funnel.
And it is going to do the same thing from the other side.
I came back quick.
I rolled better.
I rolled a 1 on the first cooldown.
That explains everything.
D4s.
I came out
Roll
way
one.
better.
I'll take that.
What's way better, Rez?
44.
44 regular succeeds, you'll take half.
46.
46 regular succeeds, you'll take half.
44.
44 regular succeeds, you'll take half.
Use Frank one.
Everyone's going to take 34 points of fire damage minus your fire resistance.
Is that half?
That's half.
Okay, so because I've already taken the breath weapon before, I now have 20 resistance to all of the breath weapon, to any dragon breath weapon. It's very specific.
So 14 then.
Whee!
14 points of fire damage for Resme. And again, the breaths of these dragons, look, this is the power of level 20. The breaths of these dragons are an incredible, like, metal melting heat, but it's nothing compared to the fireball this wizard just went and threw over your direction. You have moved beyond the threat of normal mortal enemies. Are dragons even mortal? Not sure. But even two of them focusing their efforts, their breaths on either side of this cone is not enough to even bring Raz down. Much less anyone.
Not even Raz.
Not even Raz is licking the
With
tile. after
Roshin's
this one.
assistance, to be fair.
I mean, that's the statement
Not
of the
for lack
great
of trying.
men of double mint dragons.
I just imagine like Raz being like, you're nothing, and then like Roshin's getting eaten on top.
Resme, you get a bless back from Sandfox 10. First gonna spell you wanted for most of the campaign, then using it on Treagle.
That's why I wanted it the whole time. Was just petty
Meanwhile-
miseries.
In the lava,
Meanwhile, in the lava, that's the best thing that's ever been said.
you see
But it's hard to speak under the lava.
Meanwhile, in the lava.
the hands kind of like flail and reach up.
Huh.
And he's very upset about this. And he goes to incant, a fairly simple spell for him to simply teleport to somewhere that sucks less than this. But a wheel from Disciple Ex Machina in the chat. The party needs help.
There we do.
Probably.
Kind of do. Thank you.
He reaches up, and you even hear ratio as he goes to dimension door himself out. And these twin blasts of fire have enough force, watching on his cone, to send a ripple through this magma, this wave rising up over him. And it is, in fact, hard to incant a spell in the magma here. It is going to interrupt it entirely, and he is going to be stuck on the surface of the magma pool, losing those two actions.
Ooh. He got Patrick Swayze backdrafted.
I'm not going to ask. But Valentina,
What size are these dragons?
Gargantuan.
Okay, because I do up to 3 sizes bigger than me, but that's not.
That's 3 sizes
Is it?
bigger than
Okay,
you. Yeah, no, if you're
okay.
medium and you have the full legendary athletics Titan wrestler,
Yeah.
you can gargantuan. 'Cause it's only
Sweet.
large, huge gargantuan now.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna use assurance to just like my attention is like looking at him, and I was like, all right, well he's in the lava. I guess I could do something over there, but this seems like a bigger threat. So I'm just going to launch myself at the dragon that is closest to me. I can jump a max height of 48 feet with assurance, so I'm sure that I'm getting
You
there.
have no problem getting on this dragon.
And I'm going to grapple this dragon.
Okay. So you make me an athletics check.
We'll see what happens. 49.
49 will succeed.
Yes.
So Valentina shoots herself up at this, grabs, I guess, you got a shoulder that's kind of a wing joint and also a leg joint.
Yeah,
that are close enough
I'm just gonna I'm just trying to take it down. So like if I could just get my like hands around an important part of it.
He's on the ground and you can grab enough of him that he has a difficult time getting enough faculties to move away from you. He is immobilized and flat-footed as you have a hold of him. And as he jumps and grabs him here, you in the tube, as this fire washes out and you see our friendly wizard, this nice old man, he tripped
This
and fell
nice
down at the
old
crosswalk
man.
and having a really
Kidding me.
difficult time struggling in the pond.
The struggle bus.
You see the as the dragon fire washes across the golden orb at the center of this platform. It shines brighter. The energy radiates out further, harder from this. You have him grabbed.
Yes.
Yes.
I am going to try to throw the dragon. Because I have whirling
That
throw.
is a thing that you can do. Yep, that's
RKO
I
him.
have to roll very well, but it's not an
That's-
attack.
that's not,
But
that's
there
not
is
an
a
attack.
penalty for it being so much larger.
Yep, there's a pretty big penalty, but you can't do it.
It's almost an attack at this point. Because
Okay.
It's a -4 for anything larger than large.
Throw a dragon.
Okay, I didn't do too badly. Let's see. A 52. Did I just throw the dragon?
Happy birthday.
So I am just like holding this dragon by like whatever wing I got it from, and you guys see just this dragon, which
okay.
I'm still invisible. So all you see is it sort of like running and like flying in a circle a little bit.
Your
right?
rune invisibility
It
breaks
goes
when
for
you
a full
attack.
minute. Oh,
But it breaks when you attack.
Okay, newbie.
It's okay. You see her.
yeah.
Let me get to see you do this. It's
even more impressive.
Tiny Valentino with tree trunk arms is just like, ah! And I am going to throw this dragon. And was that a
was a
success?
regular success.
A regular success. All right, I do get to do some damage to it then.
How far do you throw a dragon?
I can throw it 45 feet.
Wow, you really trust dragons.
Have you ridden your dragon today?
I hated that.
Thank you. I love seeing the realization and then the disappointment
It
flash
took
across
me
your
a
eyes.
second, and I was like, "Come on! Why do you do this to me?"
It's going to take 20 damage.
Okay, 20 damage is 20 damage. It's on the board.
She trusts him as far as she can throw him.
Oh, I hate
Where is
love
it
you.
going?
It's going to just go off to like the opposite side of where we are currently. So it's going to go off to like the left side of the screen.
Okay, you throw it across the central platform.
Yeah.
And
I'm less
into the
okay
stone across this this main plinth here.
It was not a critical success, so it does not land prone.
It catches itself. It's got wings. It can catch itself
Yeah.
in the air. It kind of rights itself as it
Yeah.
lands, grabs with claws.
on the fly.
I hate you guys. Why are you like this?
All right, so Roshian's got eyes on the flailing wizard now. Oh, no, you don't. And she's going to throw the shield down. Splunk! And she's going to Flash of Steel to Blink Charge over on top of him in the lava and hit him with her sword.
Just to clarify, you're diving in the lava to continue beating his ass.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I admire the balls. Make me an attack roll.
All right. level 5 attack roll. I'd assume he's flat-footed from like
I will
being in
give
the
him
lava.
flat-footed
I'll
for
take it. I'll
the
take it.
wave of lava, yes.
44.
44 will hit.
Ooh, cool. I'll take it. All right. So 48 plus. He's going to take a d6 of blink charge. Does.
It's also super evil, so get you holy in here.
Oh, why? Thank you.
Get you some
Oh, he's
holy.
going to take extra slashing damage, and then we've got the holy rune on top of that. And then I've got my damage, and then we've got our blink charge damage dice of 2d8. All right, should be everything. 49.
49 points of damage to the friendly wizard.
Friendly wizard.
Friendly my ass.
Don't you gaslight me on this wizard. I know him. He lit me
I
on fire
know
not
him.
2 rounds ago. And the final, then hasted runes swing down at him again.
And as you drop on top of him in the pool here, lava hot.
Lava hot.
You are going to take 67 points of fire damage.
I'm going
from
to
the
take
lava.
57.
57
Thank you.
points of fire damage from the lava as your infinity gauntlet miraculously not melting in the literal magma of Droskar's Crag.
Hit him, swing at him again. I got a 6 on the die, so that's a 39.
Hit flat-footed, 39 will hit him.
Oh, okay.
He's a flat-footed wizard.
He is a
Didn't
flat-footed
cast
wizard.
shield.
No. Sorry. Yes. I'm sorry.
You're confused.
Hasted action.
Yes.
I've got this last action. It's important. It's all an important last action. All right.
I need this. This matters to me.
That's going to be 31.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm going to grab him. Ooh. That's pretty good. That's a 54.
54 will succeed.
Dude, grabbing him. He's in the.
And he's not getting out.
Valentina has tackled him into the magma. Roshin has dove into the magma, and you literally can see her skin burning, her armor starting to warp from the heat as it melts around her, and
And
she is
I am screaming at
got a
him.
hold of him and is beating him with her sword.
And holding him under the lava because he ain't getting out to cast spells at me.
I don't like this.
Okay. Resume.
So how's everyone looking?
Better than her.
I'm gonna say, like, are you seriously?
Question.
How's everyone looking?
Roshin is focused on what's in front of her at the moment.
I have a job. It's murder.
It's making
Fire. Literally everyone's on fire except for her.
I mean, I'm doing okay. I could probably take 2 hits from a dragon.
I can't.
I'm about 2 taps from going down this thing.
I mean, each hit is like
I
70
hear no
points.
bell.
I didn't hear no
Casual
bell.
way of saying I'm not like, I still got like over 100 health,
good.
but they're
You're
hitting
good.
at 70 points each hit, so.
Okay. Just, checking in.
Okay.
So Resume's gonna look around, and she doesn't really like the way Roshin especially is looking right now.
I'm just looking really on fire and melty, but really still more angry than melty.
Okay. And I'm gonna hold till after Raz's turn.
Mr. Razington.
Shocked and horrified.
Well, Miss Sheen's in a terrible position for this, but who cares?
Raz, danger close.
I call to you the denizens of the demons for the night parade. Come forth. Oh, let's have a party. I can't stop laughing because this is hilarious. Come forth. Let's drink. Let's make merry. Listen to the music as we play. And as Raz is speaking, you hear a faint music kind of chiming in, just ethereal. And in the lava on top of the wizard, you see hands come out of red-faced, almost humanoid, but with one horn. You see some blue with 2 horns. They pull out gourds and they pull out drinking cups and they pour and they start drinking and laughing and having a good time.
Lava party.
You see a party
Raz
with
turns into a
lava.
pool party real
You see little potato-faced men come out, probably about 6 inches tall, climbing on the wizard, grabbing at his stuff, taking little things here and there and trying to dive back in the lava. And then you also...
Am I hallucinating?
You're not. You see,
What's happening?
you see
He's literally looking at
monkeys with
this.
raw, red, long fur start just doing backflips here and there around the lizards, grabbing him, flipping off him, grabbing Roisin, flipping off her.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
I cast Mad Monkeys 3 times for 3 actions.
Okay.
The little potato men are flagrantly burglarizing the
Flagrantly. Not just regular burglary.
Not subtle about it. No.
No
the-
secrets here.
The Oni are laughing very loudly to a deafening point,
Okay.
and then the monkeys are just doing gymnastics off people. So
Flagrantly stealing from him. Does that mean they're taking his staff away?
yeah, they're trying to take his staff away,
Okay.
or whatever it looks like he needs that is important to him.
He sure looks like he's got a spell book.
Yeah, the spell book's even more important. He's a regular old wizard. I'm taking his spell book, or they're gonna try. So I
Is
get
that book in good condition?
That seems to be fine. He seems to be fine. His robes aren't even singed.
DC minus 10 as a thievery check using my spell modifier.
Okay.
So
Versus perception DC, yeah? It's thievery is versus perception DC, I'm pretty sure.
sealing it or disarming the monkeys.
I wish you the best.
Using spell DC minus 10 as thievery. So best.
Spell attack roll.
I don't know because I don't do
Why does it
those.
use spell-
No, that's
spell
DC minus 10.
I know.
Spell
Spell
DC
attack.
minus 10 is just spell attack roll. Why does it spell? Why does
Yeah,
it
I don't know.
break down
That's
like that?
that's
What is
a
spell
weird
DC
one.
minus 10?
That's your attack roll.
I guess because things that would apply to your attack roll don't apply,
I got nothing.
Yeah, fair enough.
I guess, is the intent.
For a total of a 43.
43 is going to fail.
Okay.
So even with Roshin's interference, they're trying to get at here. This is a wizard's spell book. It is no simple object to be taken
Oh, yeah.
from his belt, even while he's a little distracted.
And then both of them make me a fortitude save and a reflex save.
What the heck? This is a monkey party.
The fortitude is for the laughter. If you fail,
Honestly, I rolled a nat one on the fortitude save. I have 3 villain points, but I really want to leave it. This is my problem with villain points. It's like, oh, I really want to leave it. This is just...
the laughter's so loud it bursts his eardrums. He's deafened for 1 minute.
I think Roisin is also deafened for a minute because I think I critically failed. I got a fortitude save. 34. That should crit fail.
That crit fail.
All right, let's just both be deafened by monkeys. I'll not reroll it. We're both
Like a
deafened.
GM rule that you like
And then
can't
reflex.
points on a reroll for a 1.
I know. I hate rerolling ones on spell saves as
Yeah.
the GM because that's when you get
Is
to
it
do
damaging?
the cool stuff.
No.
It is a 41,
We got like a billion.
which is a probably normal fail for you.
It is a normal fail.
59. So like
59 is a critical success. You must roll a DC 5 flat check whenever you use a manipulate action. Or lose
Okay,
the action.
oh,
so-
you're also grabbed.
So
You were already grabbed. You're well, not grabbed, but you're,
am I grabbed also, or am I just? It's just
the
DC 5
crappy
manipulate.
grabbed.
It's a weird one. It's something the stuff is crawling over you.
It's
so
DC 5 manipulate. That's all it is.
Yep.
Crappy grabbed. Okay.
So
He's
it's
immune.
harder for me to teleport out of the lava. Got it.
Fair enough. All right. Well, as you see this absolute buffoonery occurring down the lava below, Resume,
Resume will step in. Is the dragon still in front of the tube?
it's on top of the tube. It's like halfway up the tube trying to find a weakness. It's not at either end right now.
All
Made
right.
no progress.
Awesome. I'm gonna step out of the tube real quick so that I can target the dragon on the other end of the
Oh, okay.
stadium. And I am going to. She'll start shaping this large ball of magic, and then she'll send it flinging out, and little balls of force will start hitting this thing from every angle. And that's gonna be magic missile.
Oh, okay. I was like, is this like some super
Nope,
giga
nope.
wizard? It's
Nope,
regular
nope,
magic
I'm
missile.
just
All
sick
right.
and tired of these
That's
idiots.
cool. Laser beam him. Both the dragons have taken a sizable amount of hits at this point.
It's gonna be a 9th level.
Ninth level 2 action.
Yep.
Ninth level 2 action. Okay, yeah, so it's 2 per heighten. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
You always got to
Should
count
be
magic missile
12,
because it's like
10d4. That's what I
it's
thought.
only what is it every other level, so you have to like figure it out.
Yeah.
I did that counting earlier for Force Bolt for the thing that he threw at you. I just wrote down 5d4 plus 5. Like I don't want to count.
It's still
It's
the best roll.
37 force damage.
37 force damage. Okay. They're all going to connect with this further dragon, and as they slam into it, it staggers and recoils a bit, roaring out defensively, but does not go down.
That's fine. I just want it to hurt.
It is, however, a dragon. It is smart, and it has taken a lot of damage. It is going to jump off this platform, and dive into this left pool of lava out of sight. The other dragon that is attempting to mash this wall of force here is a dragon, and it's gonna just work its way down the tube, and then you really haven't bothered this one much, Resume. I think 50-50 on who it's going after. We got the big obvious. You're still on the end of this big obvious target, Valentina. I think he's just gonna move forward and go directly for you.
He's frustrated trying to get to like the little like oyster thing.
You're clearly not in the safety tube, so we're gonna go that direction. First attack with the claw, coming in for a 54.
That hits, but not critical.
All right, Monk AC. God, Monk AC's bananas. Second claw is gonna be. I'll villain point it. I got 3. I'll villain point the second claw. I can do better than that. We still got good modifiers here. Nope. I rolled 1 higher, so it's a 4. Then the wing talon is going to come down towards you for also definitely not going to connect on that one. 1 claw of this rampage going to actually hit Valentina for 38 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
The wizard in lava here.
Did I critically grab him?
You did not critically grab him.
Seriously? Holy crap.
It's versus fort, right? It's athletics to escape, but it's just his fort DC, right?
Yeah, it's
grab
versus
him?
fort DC to grab him.
Yeah.
Guy's chonky.
I mean, it's not high, but it's not nothing.
I
Like, he's
critical.
still a
Okay.
20th level wizard. It's definitely his lowest DC.
Which isn't saying much.
He is regular grabbed. Fighting with Roshin at the top of the lava here. He is going to... You want to know why I figured that was Willworthy?
Of course
I
we
mean,
do.
I'm wrapped with anticipation. Tell me.
Nah, like just this is the end of it.
He only had 1 cast of Dimension Door.
Oh.
He can't just do that again. He only prepped 1 today.
Because he's a wizard.
Because he's dumb.
He
You always prep at least 4 dimension doors. What's wrong with
is
you?
going to try... I'm trying to
You're a
think.
sorcerer.
What
Don't you even
does
talk.
he do here? He is going to pull back a hand, just enraged, and then Katina Fulgur and touch it to you.
Flat check.
And yep, he's going to make the flat check. DC 5, right?
DC 5, I think, for grab, yeah.
18. Well, that's better. It goes there than Dragon's
Yeah,
punching
yeah,
you guys, I
yeah.
suppose. And you are going to see a crackling surge of lightning in his hand that is going to rip through your rapidly melting armor. I need you to make me a reflex save, Miss Roshin.
It's not an attack roll?
It is not.
Oh,
Who knew? That's really hot.
it's pretty good. So I'm assuming this is a damaging effect.
It definitely, yes.
51.
51's regular success. So you will take half, which is going to be 31 points of electricity damage.
21. Thank
21.
you, Infinity Gauntlet.
Thank you, Infinity Gauntlet. And you are going to see this blast of lightning clearly visible in a bright white flash, even amongst the light of the lava, as this is a crackling blast powerful enough to surge out with a bolt towards Valentina. Valentina, make me a reflex save.
Oh.
Electric arc.
Ladyfur.
46.
46 is a regular success. Do you have the reflex thing? Or you have Fort and
I think
Will,
so.
don't you?
I have everything except Will, I believe, yeah. Yes.
So is that a critical success for you?
I think so, yes.
This matters a lot.
Oh, it's
What's
chain
that?
lightning.
This matters a lot. This
Like-
matters a lot if that's
Wait,
a
oh, here
critical
it is.
success.
Oh, I have willpower and fortitude. I don't have reflex. That's that.
Okay.
I have the other one. I knew I had 2 but out of 3, but not.
Regular success, you are going to take 36 points of electrical damage as this energy continues to surge through
Okay.
you to Resume. Or
Is
Resume
that
make
with
me-
the minus 10?
That's not with the minus
Okay.
10. No, I'm not
I know
giving you.
I know you don't do that, but like,
I'm doing the half. I'm not doing the resistance.
okay.
So Resume, reflex save.
Okay. It's going to be a 45.
45 will regular succeed. You are going to take 23 points of electric damage
So 13.
as the jolt continues to res.
I like 11s. Reflex is 42.
42, you are the grounding point at the end of this, and you feel the surge as the full weight of this energy rips through your body for 79 points of electric damage.
Ow.
42 is a failure even if you have a bless, which I don't even think you do.
Smell that burnt hair.
And as that rips through grounding and Raz,
And Raz falls over.
Seriously? Even after I momentarily rolled you?
Yeah.
he's hit by a lot of stuff.
I've got hit by a lot of stuff.
Fair enough.
And he drops to the ground with the lightning discharging into the stone in this safety pyramid thing that we have constructed. And our wizard friend is going to channel up that energy. It doesn't just erupt out from Roshin, it erupts out from him. You see a crackling, surging tempest emanate out from him. And this is a separate hit, so you get your resistance again. But it is going to be another 35 points of electric damage to Roshin, as just he becomes a sphere of lightning shooting, crackling, sparking across the surface of the lava and through Roshin. His eyes lost to just planes of bright white light as this energy erupts out from him. You know nothing of energy, the elemental force I command. It was due to me this caldera even exists. As he's still struggling.
We're still up, old man.
Valentina.
So just to rules of movement and things like that. If I am running, can I grab something as I am running, or does it mean run, grab, run?
You have to stop at the location of the thing you want to interact with. You can take another move action after, but you can't do a thing in the middle of your movement now.
Okay. Gotcha.
3 action system.
Yes. How much of the wizard is not in the...
He's at the
Lava?
surface fighting with Roshin. He's plainly visible.
Okay. And Roshin is
And Roshin's got a hold of him still.
Okay.
Hitting him with her sword, melting.
Right.
He's just an eruption of lightning.
How are you looking, Roshin?
Roshin,
Are you gonna survive? Are you gonna survive
she's
this?
She's on fire. Her hair is burning. Her skin's cracking away, but she's still murderously fixed on this wizard with bloodshot, angry eyes. But I mean, yeah. She's,
Are you gonna survive
She's looked
this?
better, huh?
Are you gonna survive this?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. All right.
She's fine.
Because Valentina's got two potential paths here. And one is do I just get Roshin out of this terrible spot, which I might be able to do. And the other is grab the dragon orb, which why has no one grabbed it yet, guys? Come on now.
I'll go grab it. Chuck it in the lava. See what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen.
So I'm gonna
Anything can happen.
I'm gonna just walk over to the dragon orb, and I'm going to pick it up. It's on a pedestal.
It's just
of some
on a
sort?
little pedestal. Yeah, it's not attached. You step over and you grab it. You hold it in your hand. It's warm.
Yeah.
But no different than you would expect for a ball of metal sitting in what appears to be the center of a volcano.
And I'm just gonna
Don't-
say stop fighting.
Stop fighting.
Yes.
Oh, you're evil now.
What's that?
You're evil now.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not convinced.
You hold,
I'm
You hold
evil
the
because
sword.
I touched the dragon
Yep,
orb.
if
you
you
hold the
give a
sword
command with
towards
No.
towards the.
I don't know enough about the dragon orb, I don't think.
To what? To the dragon?
Yes.
To the wizard?
I'm telling you, it's the dragons.
Okay. Are you trained in any of Arcana or religion or occultism or nature?
Let's see.
Have you ever-
Arcana, no.
you know, magic works literally
Occultism,
at all.
no. Nature, no. And what was the other one?
Arcana, occultism, religion, and nature.
Religion. No, but I do have I can be
Nope.
trained in anything because I'm human. So everything counts as me being
This
slightly
is
trained.
the
Yes.
pure. This is
Yes?
the purest essence of the human. Screw it. I'll figure it out. Power possible.
I get the thing right. There's a human thing.
It is a human thing. Okay, you pick this up. No clue how this works. Zero magical knowledge. Not a single neuron in your brain understands how spells work. Point it at the dragon. Say stop fighting.
I can attempt skills that require training, even if I'm untrained. Yes.
Untrained improvisation.
My untrained improvisation has my proficiency in skills is equal to my level, so I have 20.
It's simple,
Make
really.
me an Arcana check.
You just killed a Batman.
Wait, does that mean I just do? Oh yeah, it's
You just add 20.
She probably has that in her.
Oh.
What kind of
I
O?
rolled a 1.
That's totally appropriate.
Yes!
Correct.
That's totally appropriate. Yep.
I don't even.
I love this. So Valentina picks up the arm of Gold Dragonkind, turns toward this dragon, says, "Stop fighting." And everything seems to stop for a moment. This dragon just turns
I'm so sorry, my friends.
towards Valentina. It's already been slapping towards you. It pauses for a moment and just opens its mouth and roars in your face, and you feel this heat and the wave of fire inside this dragon's maw.
Is the orb of dragonkind melty?
Nothing happens to it. It glows a little bit brighter, but he seems, I would say, perhaps unconvinced.
Nonplussed. Somewhat hesitant.
The one was, there has never been a more appropriate time to roll a natural one.
That was role playing.
Oh, it's beautiful. You see this, Roshi, in the corner of your
Every
eye.
single person who thinks that was awful needs to regret not giving us hero points.
Brawling in the lava here. The wizard sees it too, and just.
Oh, hush! And dunk him under the lava.
We get a swirly in the lava.
That's it. Under the lava.
Shut up, nerd.
Roshin's a high school bully.
You haven't figured that out yet? I've been to high school
So
with
you
her.
need-
So he's face down in the lava. A movable rod. In his back. Lock him in there.
Make me that like shake.
9 on the die is pretty good. It's 46.
You have a bless.
I am.
Bless will get you there to a success.
Mr. T. 1976, thank you.
Bless will get you there. You push him underwater, put a movable rod on his back. I mean, it's like yay big. You can probably figure it out, but it's gonna slow him down, assumedly. The one action.
Sheenie, please get out of the lava.
I guess I'll get out of the lava. I'll scramble out of the lava.
You idiot.
Fair enough.
I took Rapid Mantle at level 18, I'll have you know.
You rapidly pull yourself.
I rapidly
out of
pull
the
out.
lava.
Although for effect, she could say that she steps off the immovable rod and kicks herself out onto the platform.
You can flavor it however you want. What matters is that we got rapid mental value.
I
It
got
happened.
value out of Rapid Mantle.
Pull yourself up on this middle platform behind Valentina, who's holding this orb. His dragon is roaring in her face. You have one action left.
Is it just not like able to damage me because I'm holding the thing?
That's not his turn.
Oh, I see. Okay.
We don't know what it's doing yet.
What are you doing?
Trying.
It only works on gold dragons. That's why it's gold.
They're color coded.
You never know.
Right.
Roisin
And flick her weapon into a spear and just stab the lava where she's fairly certain the guy is.
Stupid wizard. Roisin and Raz, both of you take blesses. One from Disciple Ex Machina, one from Dan Bennett 360.
Thank you, Dan
All
the man.
those. And give me an attack roll.
Ooh, 16 on the die. 49.
49 will hit him.
Woo!
Flat-footed in the lava, 49 will crit him.
Alrighty. So that's gonna be a. Oh wow, that was great.
Actually can't hear anything because he's deafened.
He's deafened. He's just sitting silent in the
He's
lava.
also under the lava.
Oh, Roshin is also deafened.
It's true. So you're like, what are you doing? And I'm just like,
And you stab.
What?
It's like, yeah, that's
Training to become an imp in hell. Just poking people.
86. 88.
What? What?
Rolled 44 on the damage, doubled his 88. That's a crit.
Oh, that was a lot bigger number than I thought was going to come out. Oh, my goodness, it's very seasoned. Okay. That's a gratuitous poking, my friend.
Thwack.
Mr. Rez.
I'm unconscious.
Oh, right. You're over here. Sorry. Miss Resme.
Oh, Braz, get up! Come on, this is not the time to fall asleep on the job. And she'll, Donum Vitae. And that'll be a level 6 heal.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not. I'm wheezing.
Oh, okay.
It's, 6 times 8, 48.
Sometimes you laugh in near-death situations.
Sometimes
Take
gallows you.
77 points of health.
57. You
Wakes
put me
up.
back to where I was before I went down.
Wakes up on the floor.
And
Should he be ahead of the dragon?
No, because it wasn't the dragon, it was the wizard.
And Resme moves deeper into the tube to stand over Raz. And actually takes a stance over Raz and is like, I guess I'll protect you.
Shouldn't stab her.
This dragon. One of them's under the lava somewhere. The other one, quite injured also. This orb held in front of him, our resident wizard, down underneath, looks down towards you, roaring, and pulls back, and you just see this shimmering, almost golden light to the fire as he rears back and just bathes the entire platform in a huge blast of flame. Roisin, Valentina, reflex saves.
The United States, if I'm really glad I'm not there.
Safety tube.
Hey,
Safety tube,
I rolled a 5.
43.
43.
Yeah. 11 on the die.
37.
37 is going to fail.
Figured, yeah.
43 is going to succeed, so critically succeed.
No, I have willpower and 42, but not reflex.
Oh, right, not reflex. So
Yeah.
you're going to take half. And this blast of flame coming out, wreathed in this shimmering light, almost empowered by his fury. It's going to be make math easy. Flat 100 is the base fire damage coming out from this breath here. 50 for Valentina, 100 for Roisin.
90 for Roisin.
90 for Roisin.
So Roisin falls over.
She just stand up, poke him, and then just absolutely collapse, sprawl down the platform. Her spear clattering to the floor. Wherever this other
Held in a death grip.
held in a death grip, not clattering to the
But
floor.
you didn't go down to a crit.
Rigor mortis, keeping the spear in place. Rez, as you wake up, you see the third act of this dragon. He turns around away towards the other pool of lava and dives into it.
Hopefully they're just leaving. I sustained the mad monkeys. All 3 of them for 1 action.
Well, he's still on the monkey pile, so I'll
He's deaf in
He's already
one.
deaf.
He's immune to the other one because he rolled a crit success, so it's
Okay.
just a thievery. They're still just trying to steal
so it's
his
just crime.
crime.
It's crime is all that's happening down here.
Nah.
You need a pretty fat roll for that
I
one.
need to roll above a 10 first. So yeah. And then that was free because I can sustain a spell for free, and then I get to sustain all 3 as 1 sustain. So
Wow.
yeah, look at us go.
Bard powers.
Bard powers. I'm gonna sad toot a horn down here. I'm gonna stand up, walk to the edge, toot my horn for inspired defense, and blast some soothe. I can't even flavor it right now. It's
You
just
get a
this,
soothe. You got to stand up. You got to walk over there. You got to inspire your defense. You got
That's
1 action
free.
left, right?
It's all free.
You got to get up and walk over.
Can you cast through this in
not
1 action?
fair. I crawl? How far can I crawl?
Normally pretty
It's
short.
1 square,
Okay.
yeah. Unless you got
Unless you have a rat.
the
dog.
skitter.
I got
that
my
lets
friend.
you do your thing.
That I
So,
don't even know.
I mean, worst case, she'll get up by herself.
You
but
can't
yeah.
pull yourself all the way out of the tunnel to get the soothe out. You only have 1 action when you get out to the end.
That's fair. That's gonna be it because he's in the lava. I don't want to leave the safety tube, so I'm safe-ish and scared as I stand up.
We need to get our tubes tied so they can't get in.
You see some flailing as this wizard moves to get out from around this bar, eventually finding what it is, landing 1 hand on it, and pulling himself up to the surface, 1 hand held aloft. And he looks around in rage, almost confusion. Jolniv! Trominant! Seeing no dragons before him. I tire of this chicanery. I've things to do. Cataclysmus! And raises a hand up, and you hear the entire caldera start to rumble. A storm of elements sprays out across nearly the whole of the area as a lot of things start to happen. Lightning crackling through the air, surging, a whirlwind around him. Globs of molten fire and massive rocks and boulders spraying through the air, falling from on high. Sheets of acid emanating from seemingly nowhere, blown between icy winds as he does about as close as a man can do to straight up conjuring a localized apocalypse on top of himself. On top of himself and everyone. I need a reflex save from everybody. Those of you in this safety tube, you will get 1 degree of success better against this cataclysm. It is a pretty good shelter against this.
Am I rolling?
You are just going to dying 2 is what you make a save because if you critically fail, you're going to dying 3. So make me a save.
Oh, fair enough. Reflex save?
Yes.
All right.
I rolled high.
I guess it actually, no, you're just going to dying 2 actually because it's what takes you down.
It's just damage, right?
So you just go to dying 2.
No problem.
And have a very bad time.
Resume did inspire defense.
It's okay. This is actually the best
You
type
did?
of damage because I'm
Yes.
Okay, so we
unconscious,
get
so I
plus
don't
1
feel
more
it.
Yeah, you get +1. They're out of emanation, so.
Okay, so it's
But you and I get
Valentina.
+1.
34.
2.
Do you have a bless?
I do not.
34 will critically fail. Raz,
48.
48 will regular succeed, so critically succeed with the shelter you've put up here. Resme.
I will also get a 48.
So same thing. Both of you sheltered up in here are okay. Valentina up on the platform is battered by the full fury of this storm at its maximum power. These freezing winds, these blasts of lightning and acid, these gouts of fire, these massive boulders. You are going to take
Oh yeah, I'm down. There's no way.
214 damage. And the storm is so unrelentingly powerful, you have 10 less resistance to all of the types of damage.
I mean, does
that
it matter if
deals.
it takes me to 0?
No, but I want to say the things.
It overcomes the Infinity Gauntlet.
Obviously, Valentina is going to be absolutely splattered across the platform next to Roshin here. You are dying too, as you went down to a critical failure.
If I have nearing
But-
death dying toughness, does that mean like
Toughness means that it's easier to come back and hard to die, but still going to drop you to dying too.
It's still, yeah, because
And-
you went down to a crit.
Okay.
Wizard here in the lava pulling himself up, conjuring this. You're going to see clearly, those of you conscious in the tube, him suffering the effects of his very same magics. As these batter against him and blast him, though he can survive the fire, the rocks, the lightning, the ice,
Oh, this is a kamikaze.
this rips through him like it does Valentina. And he too is near torn to shreds, losing his grip on this rod and sinking down into the lava. This is his last hurrah for sure.
Okay.
Resme.
Wait, is Resme the only one standing right
Resme and Rez. are both in the-
Raz is
Resme
back.
Thank you,
is
too.
Safety tube.
Resme is going to run out, and move all the way over to Roshin, and take out a healing potion and pour it down her throat.
You get
Get 50
Roshin.
health back.
You get Roshin up as this storm quiets, large swaths of the lava having been chilled and frozen over to now still hot but blackened charred plates atop the magma. The stone of the platform scarred, pockmarked by these impacts, by these acid. The walkways to the central platform seeming to have been pretty heavily damaged. You wake up to Resme dumping a potion in your mouth.
Ugh. And then she'll take another one and she'll go dump it down Valentina's mouth.
Are we still in initiative?
Oh, we're still in initiative?
What do you do, Roshin?
Okay.
Dragons under the lava.
I mean, there's some dragons around here somewhere.
RB Dragon.
You see Valentina clearly bleeding out pretty severely next to you.
Bleeding out or missing half her like,
Ski.
skin.
It's a stabilize.
No longer dying.
Okay.
Wherever these two dragons have gone, with their injuries and without the guidance of this wizard, they don't make any immediate return. Raz, what do you do?
gonna go join the group on the pedestal and hope the dragon just pop out and fire roast us. And this do a little this
Roshin
pat,
was there. There's a secret Roshin on that mini.
Hey,
pat Valentina on the head with a level 1 soothe.
Oh.
A level 1 soothe. Do you feel less pained
Awake.
for 9?
As you heal her, you see this effect, this frost on the top of the lava, continue to expand. It's not just the ice of the cataclysm. It was as much fire and lightning and acid as it was ice. But it continues to cool, expanding out as the surface of it solidifies, hardens. Even the red glow from the hardening magma fading incredibly rapidly to this black surface, leaving the cavern just barely dimly lit by some ambient orange light.
that was.
I liked the last
What?
date.
Oh. Oh, you should maybe use your stick on.
I'm scratching my back.
Oh, use your stick. Use the stick on yourself. I can talk in your head.
Oh,
It will wear off.
why is he making duck noises?
Oh, because Raz likes finger puppets. Raz says it'll wear off.
Quack, quack, quack.
It's not magical
Did it
deafness.
make
You
you
just got
dumb or deaf?
The books around the platform that his wizard was studying have been obliterated. And the only thing left on the platform, this main pedestal besides the four of you, is a damaged metal altar where the orb once stood, and the orb itself laying next to where Valentina awoke.
Looking around, is there a new do I see a portal anywhere?
Still a faint glow on the floor around where you appeared, but no sign of a portal itself.
Can we destroy it?
Pick this orb up.
Don't
Hitting
touch
it
it.
with a weapon didn't work last time.
Well,
there's advantage to being deaf. And
I'm just talking
does the lava look just it's hardening still, or
It's hardening. It's rapidly losing its glow. There is no movable magma on the surface. It's all hardened enough that it stopped moving and flowing, but it's not like solid rock yet.
She'll toss it onto the surface of the lava, flip her weapon, it turns into a maul, and she's just going to smash it down into the lava.
It'll tink and clatter across
Oh.
the stone surface glass on a hard enough rock to support something so light, but as you swing down with your maul, the head of your hammer absolutely obliterating it, smashing it through the surface, so this thin, hardened crust, and leaving a cratered dent of golden glass shards
Huh.
left behind.
That didn't work the last time we tried to smash one of these.
Because
As
I
it
don't think
rubs,
it's real.
all of you feel a heat building inside you, much like the lava before, but something almost swaddling, almost comforting. You have another new power, everybody. Whenever you would make a saving throw against any effect that attempts to control or confuse you, you will get 1 degree of success better. Hey, all right, then that's good. This will be on the test.
Yeah, don't worry. We're writing it down.
teacher. Control and
Feel
confused.
a strange calm overcome you.
Well, I'm glad he's dead.
Oh, he probably was dead to begin with. It's probably
glad
just an illusion.
I'm glad he's dead again.
Oh, I feel awful.
I know, honey. We'll fix you right up. Here, have some more medicine.
Oh, thank you. As stagger back to where that stupid glyph on the floor is and kind of poke it with my weapon to see if I can get it to open again.
Valentina, you look awful, darling. Why don't you have
Can
something?
we go?
I need like 7 of those.
As you poke at this glyph on the ground, you see the tip of your weapon actually simply pass through the stone, a bit of that same ripple effect on the floor where you had first emerged. You didn't climb up from this. You walked through the portal as you had any other and simply stepped out into here. But this floor seems to have this same effect over it.
Huh.
Raz, good job with the tubes. Very fast thinking.
Didn't work exactly as planned. It actually kind of helped him a little bit. Turns out funneling fire, bro.
Probably prevented a cataclysm TPK. So, I mean,
You're right.
At the end of the day,
It saved me in resume. It didn't save anyone else.
It's okay. You saved the healers.
it was what, like 107 damage or something like that was the total?
I wouldn't have gone down, but it would have been close.
I would have gone down.
I don't think you get like crap for resistance.
No resistances. Your resistance.
Yeah, resistant.
And it's not Dragon's Breath.
Can't resist
so.
nothing on that.
Oh, you don't get resistance?
Well, it's minus
Unless
10
you got
on
more
all
than
your
10. It's minus
resistances.
10 to all your resistances.
Bummer, I might
Yeah,
have
you'd
been
have
down.
definitely been down.
That would have been the class action there.
That would have been.
That would have been rolling to see if anyone wakes up on the floor later.
Would have been. That would have been exciting.
Raz carried the day.
Yeah.
The group of you,
Par for course.
Well, Rasheen would have gotten up.
after
No,
some
because
potions,
it's over.
after some potions and Roshin's discovery here, eventually someone will get the courage, the curiosity to attempt to step on this.
Oh, Roshin would jump right in.
It
Yeah.
goes right in.
There's.
It's like, oh, okay.
Falling in, falling through, almost like jumping into like pudding, something thicker than water. You would feel not even really a falling sensation as you simply stepped out back into Alcetta's landing from the face of Jewel Gate. Behind you now also a white marble slate.
As okay as we looked before, that's how absolutely horrific we look now.
3 down, 2 to go.
Yeah.
As we step through the portal, when y'all look back to see Raz, he isn't there. There's just a book laying on the ground that says The Legend of the Age of Ashes, authored by Miravel.
Sure, that might as well happen. Sure.
What? Where did Raz go?
We'll be back next week, everybody. We are 3 in, 2 left, and that's not even to mention whatever may need to be done with Dayhawk directly.
Knock on his door.
We're
ask him
alive.
what's up.
And we are alive.
And we are alive.
For now. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the wheel that stopped him, that stopped this wizard, Ilgrith, from teleporting up onto the platform a turn earlier and doing much more horrible, cataclysmic things to everyone.
Jump him. Give him a swirly.
Rasheen, you're such a bully.
Absolute lack of fear. We'll see you all next week, everyone, for the penultimate episode of The Age of Ashes. Enjoy your weekends, everyone.